Ladies and gentlemen, it is showtime and go time. Episode number 363 live here at the late night place to be at the most must-see show on Twitch TV. We are the very best in fantasy wrestling excellence, bar none, period. We are the Archiverse TV. Welcome to a very special edition of the Archiverse TV tonight. For the first time since the Archiverse 1.0 many moons ago, the Archiverse World Unified Television Championship is going to be decided in a Gold Rush tournament. And man, oh man, it is a star-studded cast of villains that are lining up for the right to fight the reigning defending champion from Team Joe Link, the Phenom Joe Lincoln. It is going to be a great night, an absolute fire evening of epic matches, including our kickoff match is going to feature the Archiverse World Heavyweight Championship, and it is going to be an 8-man elimination royale, and again, star-studded, full of villains. It is going to be a fire evening, so I hope you're ready for a good time. Before we get to that, of course, we have the dirt sheets to run through. We've got Between the Ropes with One Woozy TV, and of course, the guest hosts are already raring to go, so let's invite them to episode number 363. From Team Glenola and Team One Woozy TV, it is the Great Glenola and Woozy.
Hello, hello, hello.
What's going on, guys?
Everybody.
How's everybody doing today? Everybody had a good day?
Yes, I had a fantastic day.
Excellent. And I know you had, so Woozy was telling us he had a league match earlier today. He was late joining the Great Glenola and I, of course, left us hanging like a couple of, a couple of carrots dangling in front of a mule, if you will, while he was playing league matches, or a league match. Anyways, care to tell everybody about that league match, Uzi?
Yeah, so I am currently the owner of a league, and the opponent that I was facing, he was only available for tonight. So I was like, okay, so he got on, and I ran the match. It was a 2 out of 3 false count anyone match, and I ended up winning two pinfalls to none.
See, Glenola and I called bullshit on it. We have no proof of this incident, this altercation between who was it, Edge and Roman Reigns. That Woozy partook in, of course, and was, of course, the victor. 2 straight falls. You know, that or perhaps Glenola. Perhaps it was uneasy, and he handpicked somebody that didn't seem to have a very good rating to choose as an opponent.
It wasn't that easy. It was against another player.
Must have been somebody that's never touched the game before.
That's possible, but the way he played is actually possible.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, hey, at least you're aware of that much, right? So anyways, tonight, as I said in the intro, the very first time since the Archiverse 1.0 that the World Unified Television Championship will be decided in a Gold Rush tournament. So that's kind of exciting. It's been a long time, and I believe Glenola's words were, that needs to be rectified. So I said, okay, I'm on it. And we rectified that situation.
Yeah.
Now, to add to the hype and add some fuel to the fire, we needed a kickoff match that was going to get everybody a little revved up, ramped up, and ready to roll for the rest of the night. So I figured, what the hell, we may as well get the World Heavyweight Championship and toss that on the line, and we'll make Yokozuna defend his championship. It's going to be an 8-man elimination royale for the Archiverse World Heavyweight Championship. Of course, Yokozuna is going to defend. That is what's happening tonight. Woozy is opening all the batting lines, jumped right over top of Glenola and tromped on his toes. Are you okay, buddy? Do you need crutches?
We'll let him do it tonight. You know, that's why I don't have to spend my points to do it.
You don't have to spend your Archiverse bucks to do it. That is correct.
You can call your own villainy. Exactly.
Gives me more money to...
More money to lose? More money to lose in bets.
More money used for villainy.
Or villainy. There's that, to be fair. If you will. Oh, so. But yeah, other than that, anything new and exciting? Nothing?
Nope.
Neither of you won the lottery. Woozy most certainly did not win the slots. Nope.
I did not. I never
He did not.
I haven't gone gamble to a casino in a long time.
No, me neither, actually. It's been at least a few years.
Oh
Been at least a few years. Ooh, Trish Stratus. Woozy is Trish Stratus Glenola. That is exciting.
Woozy's got puppies.
Woozy's got puppies.
Well, I did show up last night somehow.
Oh, I put an S on the end of it. Whoops.
I got Jey Uso.
Boom. There we go. Ruby Soho. I got fucking Ruby Soho. Are you kidding me? Well, Woozy, you shut up. You got Trish Stratus. What are you laughing at, sir? How dare you?
She's better than Ruby Soho.
That is not the point.
That is the point.
That is not the point. How dare you? Ghastly. So anyways, anything new and exciting in the dirt sheets you noticed?
Let's see, this is about 3 days ago. Triple H is bringing back more former WWE stars.
Yeah.
Okay, we already knew about them.
Pardon me?
We already knew about
yeah, we did. I see Eric Bischoff commented on possibly returning to WWE. And of course some recent changes under Triple H. It's WrestlingNews.co by Michael Schroot. Says Shaquille Maudry recently caught up with former WCW president, WWE performer Eric Bischoff. Bischoff talked about his second book, Grateful, going financially bankrupt a few years ago, the possibility of returning to WWE under Triple H, why Tony Khan is not competition for WWE, and other topics. Bischoff was asked if he sees himself making a return to WWE. He said, "No, because there's no need for me. What I have to contribute at this point, we are beginning to see on television. Maybe this is just me being so hyper optimistic because the last 10 years of wrestling has bored the fuck out of me. It's so hard. I want to be excited about it. I want to be interested. I talk about it. I've been in the business for 35 years. I want to be excited about the business, but it's just bored me to death for such a long time. I had a little bit of hope with AEW. I had some hope there. I thought, oh man, I mean, up until probably 6 months ago or 8 months ago, I kind of threw in the towel because I started seeing the same pattern of whatever over and over again. I go, okay, something's different, but there's nothing different out of WWE either. I've been pretty critical of WWE as well. I make more headlines when I'm critical of AEW, but I'm actually just as critical of AEW as well. And we read some of that last night, actually. That's part of a... but yeah, they started off with the article being slightly different and went right into what we read last night, so there's really not a whole lot of point in reading the rest of it. And that's what the problem with the dirt sheets is these days. Sometimes you're reading the same information with a little added information on another topic.
I found this thing, it was posted 21 hours ago. WWE star expected to get his last name back.
Okay.
Is by Paul Davis. It says Vince McMahon has been officially gone from WWE for less than a month, and there are already several noticeable changes with the product, with many more changes on the way. One of the things that Triple H seems to be moving away from is changing wrestlers' names, because it's the real name or name that was used on the independent scene. In recent years, several wrestlers have had the names shortened because Vince McMahon did not like the last names, or in other instances, he just felt that it was better for a certain wrestler to have one name because it sounded better to him. Some of the names that have had their names shortened within the last calendar year included Theory, formerly Austin Theory, Ciampa, formerly known also Ciampa, Andrew Garza. He recently got his last name back. Okay. So Garza's back to his own name.
Yeah, well, I think we knew... Didn't we find that out the other night? I'm pretty sure we did. Like, not necessarily last night, but... It might have been last week, even. On Wrestle Kingdom.
Carrillo is now called Alberto Carrillo. The first have Alberto.
Oh, they needed to give him his name back.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, it was just weird.
Let's see anything else.
So I see a WrestlingNews.co. Paul Davis has an article that says former WWE star teases a return to the company. Let's have a look at that. So a former WWE star just dropped a tease on Twitter, and it seems to indicate that he's returning to the company, or he's hoping to get a call to return. Lio Rush's time in WWE did not end as he had hoped, and there were several reported issues that led to his departure, but it looks like he is open to returning to the company. Rush had posted a photo on Twitter from his days on the Raw roster when he was in a managerial role with current United States champion Bobby Lashley. In June, Rush told Wrestling Inc. that he is open to returning to WWE. He said, "I think situations change. I think values and stocks rise. I think people like money. I think people like to make money, and that's what it ultimately comes down to when it comes to business." So, no, I don't rule anything out. Rush was under a WWE contract from 2017 until 2020. He first worked in NXT and 205 Live, and he was most prominently featured during his days with Lashley. Rush was released by the company in April 2020 as part of the company budget cuts during the height of the pandemic, but there was said to be issues from both sides that many feel played a role in his release. Rush debuted at AEW Double or Nothing in 2021 in the Casino Battle Royale, but he then retired from wrestling. He later unretired and then signed with the company a few months later. He was featured on TV until his contract expired earlier this year. But yeah, he put out a tweet of himself standing beside Bobby Lashley. I mean, I that doesn't overly excite me. I don't know about anybody else. Does that? What does that do for you, Woozy? Glenola? I mean, Glenola, do you know who Lio Rush is?
Well, nope, not really.
No? Okay.
I do know Lio Rush, and I say his WWE career was too short. I say he should have had more time with the company. I saw a lot of potential in that young star. AEW is undervaluing Lio Rush. And I say if he were to come back to WWE, it would make his career relevant again.
I mean, I don't dislike Lio Rush. He didn't do anything for me. Now that could be just how they pushed him, though, too, right? I mean, I won't lie to you. I agree with you. I saw potential in him too. So maybe you're right. You could be right about that one. Glenola doesn't really. He's not familiar with Lio Rush. But aside from that, you see anything else there, Woozy? What's going on in the dirt sheets? There must be something kicking. I seen something about a mystery hand shown during WWE Raw backstage segment.
Yeah, It was Dexter Lumis.
Was it Dexter Lumis's hand?
Yeah.
It doesn't look like Dexter Lumis's hand. It's wearing a glove and everything.
I got a picture for that. I will send to Discord.
Well, I'm looking at it, but it's weird because it looks like it's wearing a glove.
Exactly, that's what I thought. But then a friend of mine sent me another picture that clearly shows Dexter Lumis wearing that same exact glove.
Oh, nice. What was the significance of the glove?
To throw it off to make us think that it was the Fiend.
I mean, yeah, I guess they've been kind of. I mean, maybe it was. Who knows? But they're going to keep throwing. I mean, he's ultimately signing with the company again. We know this, right? So it's just a matter of time before he shows up. Yeah. But. Let's see what else is going on.
Well, there's been a couple wrestlers pass. I don't know if you've heard, but you saw that Gene LaBelle had passed away.
Oh, I actually did not see that Gene LaBelle passed away. That is very sad for both wrestling and the martial arts world.
Yeah. And then there was another one I just saw, but I can't. You know, of course, I can't find it. You know.
Search WWE or wrestling passings or something.
Yeah,
you'll probably find it.
A program out here, then I'll just jump over to YouTube because I saw it on a YouTube channel thing. You know.
Okay.
One of those YouTube news. You know.
Yep. Related sites, etc.
Yeah. Make sure I'm muted. Okay, good. Want to make sure the TV was muted.
Yeah, I didn't see anything else interesting on the dirt sheets.
But you know,
yeah, I mean, I'm still looking, but
when I first saw the name, I couldn't place Gene LaBelle. But once I saw a picture of him, you know.
What's this WWE star going back to a previous gimmick? Did you see that article, Woozy?
I do not know. I looked and I didn't find that article.
It's from about 10 hours ago. Let's see what it is. Alright, so Andrew Ravens, WrestlingNews.co. So Butch, formerly known as Pete Dunne, may have teased going back to a gimmick that fans have seen before, with Triple H now in charge of WWE Creative. Following Triple H being named as the new head of creative, he's brought back several former WWE stars, including Dakota Kai, Karrion Kross, Scarlett, Dexter Lumis, Top Dollar, Ashante, the Adonis, and B-Fab. On Twitter, Butch, who has the username of Pete Butch Dunne, shared a photo of himself and Ridge Holland attacking Orny Lorcan and Danny Burch on an episode of NXT. This has led the fans to speculating Butch will return to his Bruiserweight gimmick. Butch also posted this interesting tweet earlier this month, teasing going back to his old gimmick at Clash of the Castle next month in the UK, which is, you know, not next month, it is this month, is it not?
On September 3rd.
Oh, it isn't? Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought it was at the end of this month. But I'm okay with that. I mean, can Walter please be Walter again? I don't care if he goes by, you know, he can go by Walter Gunther if he wants, or Gunther Walter. I don't care, but fix some shit there too. What's that?
Put Walter back in his name.
But yeah, give him his name back. Come on. I mean, really.
Same thing as Max Dupree.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know if they're going to stick with that or if he'll go back to LA Knight or Max LA Knight Dupree. Who knows? But I don't care as long as he gets a good push. because he deserves a good push.
Alrighty. The YouTube channel is Wrestling Hub.
Okay.
And they do a daily news thing, news rumors.
Yeah.
Former WWE star Mike Masters passes away.
I'm just trying to remember who he was. Mike Masters.
Let me look him up real quick. Because when I saw the name at first, I thought of the Master Lock, but then I saw pick the image and it's not him. Let me... Okay, this is Sportskeeda, or Sportskeeda. Former WWE superstar Mike Masters passes away. Mean Mike Masters, former WWE superstar, reportedly passed away. Masters, also known as Mike Rocky Jones, was a performer in WWE, then WWF, and New Japan in the 70s and 80s.
Wow, I just can't place the name to a face or anything. That's so weird.
Usually you can.
Yeah, I know. That is disturbing
Under the name
on
Mike
many
Masters,
levels.
he competed in WWF and faced top stars like Hogan, Larry Zbyszko, and the Wild Samoans. Challenged Ken Patera for the Intercontinental Championship on TV in October of '79, but was unable to get the win.
Boss Apollo and a Froggy Moth Legs. What's going on, guys?
Hey, boss. Hey, Froggy. How's
Welcome
it going?
into episode number 363. We got a smoking hot evening about to unfold and get underway. Dirt sheets are absolute crap tonight, to be fair. Aren't they, Woozy?
I would agree with you on that.
Life is great.
So, yeah, he's an older wrestler, obviously.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I'm just trying to remember. Like, the name sounds familiar. I just can't put the name to the face, to the, it's just one of those weird things.
Had the nice, I call it handlebar, but it's the one that comes actually down along the mouth. Nice bushy, mustache that way. Curly hair, black curly hair.
Life is Great says, been MIA for a while, damn week. Well, we know what it's like to have a week that doesn't pan out our way, believe me. But welcome on in. We're glad you're here. It's going to be a great evening. We're about to get the first match of the evening underway. Between the ropes with one Woozy TV. I'm sure Glenola has a counter list in case his sucks. Let's face it, the last few Woozy lists, I mean, you know what though, to be fair, we purposely sometimes do try to find lists for us to beat up. Makes it a little more fun. I mean, if all the lists are, crossing their T's and dotting their I's, that is no fun for us. But
no, it is not.
Well, it is not.
He used a savate kick as his
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Now I know who it is. Now I know who it is. Okay. Because not many people use that. I'll tell you that. The savate kick was not used by a great many people. Variations of, perhaps, but not that particular. If you watch a video of how he delivers the savate kick, it's absolutely flawless, too. Is there a video there? I mean, we can't see it, but you can.
Well, there's a slight click. Let's see what we have here.
Yeah. Watch how smoothly he delivers that savate kick. It's crazy. And this is a guy that, yes, he was over, actually, but he wasn't heavily used, but he was used to make people like Hogan look good.
Said that TWInsider.com has had to report the passing of professional wrestler Michael Rocky Jones, who performed for the WWF and New Japan Pro Wrestling in the late 1970s and early 80s following a battle with throat cancer. Jones, a truly nice guy, was 68 years old at the time of his passing. He had been in the hospital for some time following the return of cancer after beating it previously. Over the course of his career,
They're probably not going to show you the savate kick on that. That's an informative video. They're not going to be showing you a savate kick there. No. But anyways, yeah, the dirt sheets aren't all that interesting today. We've already got over pretty much anything we're going to be able to discuss, I think, as far as that goes. So I think we just get to the show, guys. I think it is time to get episode number 363 on the go. What do you guys think?
I would agree.
Glenola.
Oh, definitely. Let's get
Life
this
is
show on the
great.
road.
Froggy Moth Legs. Boss Apollo. Everybody else, what do you think? Is it go time? Or should we wait? Should we wait longer? Should we just pause? Should we just hold on? We can always delay, postpone till tomorrow. What do you want to do? Come on, let us know. We're ready to go, but are you? Are you ready?
I say we kept the masters waiting long enough.
Archer whenever, Glenola whenever.
Well, thank you, Life is Great, for the break time notices.
Thank you, Life.
Break
And
time
TJ.
notices.
Now,
Boss
why can't
Apollo
we
says,
get through
let's
that break?
Goki. I think he meant to say Goski, and he put Goki. Gokio, actually. Gokio! Gokio! Boss, you've been hanging out with Soul Embers again.
That sounds like
You've been hanging
someone just pushed Goku out of a plane or something. Goku!
Kind of, actually. All right. Well, I'm going to get the betting line open here in just a few momentos for the first match of the evening before we get things rolling. But that is hilarious. We're just going to be razzing Boss all night long. It is not our fault.
I do that on a daily.
Well, hey, Life, it's great. It's great to see you. Yeah, I'm glad you're feeling better enough to join us tonight. I know you've been having a rough time.
Yeah, so how are things now, Life? What's going on in Life is Greatville? What's going on in Greatville? Are things great now? Or are they at least better? On their way to greatness? Alright, so I'm opening the betting lines. Before we get the first match of the night underway, the first match of the evening is, of course, an 8-man Elimination Royale for the Archiverse World Heavyweight Championship. It is going to be a smoking hot match. Non-stop professional wrestling action at its greatest.
Well,
And
Birthday, Boss.
Boss's birthday. Happy birthday. 35th. 35 years young. All right.
Oh, and hey, Archer, this is for what you did to me on Night's stream. Blame Glenola for being just sitting there, not even doing anything.
What? Oh, nice. I was not paying attention, my friend. I'm opening up the betting line, so I have no idea what's going on right now.
I had to ban you because you blame me for doing nothing on Cool or on a Night stream.
Oh yeah, that's right, I did. I just had to toss that out there for fun.
I'm sitting there behaving myself, doing absolutely no villainy.
I mean, there's really no proof that you were doing no villainy. I mean, you know.
Oh, I'm sure there's a VOD.
I'm sure there was some sort of villainy. I mean, you were present on the stream I was on, so I mean, it's I just wasn't there to see it.
And to be fair, VOD doesn't always show villainy.
All right, so we are ready to get the show on the go, so it is time to get episode number 363 live on the go. But who's going to walk out the Archiver's World Heavyweight Champion? 8-man Elimination Royale. Is it going to be Cody Rhodes? Maybe it's going to be Christian Hart from Team Christian Cool. Perhaps it'll be King Kylos from Team Big Body Metaverse. Maybe it'll be JR Jack. Team Almighty Exotic. We got the villain of the Archiverse, Kareem Key Woods from Team I'm Just Key. He is going to be running the squared circle. We've got the Fiend. He's hungry. He's lost a couple matches, so he is probably not in a very good mood. The Viper Randy Orton ready to strike, though. He is in this matchup. Could be Randy Orton or the reigning defending Archer's World Heavyweight Champion, Yokozuna. Who's it going to be? You're going to have 5 minutes to make your bets. And there you go. The betting lines are open. And it is now showtime and go time for the Archer's World Heavyweight Championship. 8-man Elimination Royale. Let's go. And it is also time for Between the Ropes with One Woozy TV. And Woozy, while these guys make their way to the ring and you start your list, I'm going to grab myself a beverage real quick, so I'll be back in a few. Glenola, feel free to start tearing that list apart. Do update me upon my return. Thank you.
So tonight, we are going to be doing the 8 best and 7 worst WWE referees of all time. Now keep this in mind, they can either be regular referees or they can be special referees, so keep that in mind. Number 15, we've got best Candice Michelle. Yes, this is a bit of a stretch, but let's just take into consideration that Candice Michelle may be one of, if not the sexiest official ever to rock the stripes, no matter what the event, given the honor of overseeing the action between Corey Wilson and Melina in a bra and panties match. Michelle filled out the official's shirt like no other. This happened to be during a period of time in which Wilson and Michelle were besties, and while the match would be called down the middle, with Melina having her hand raised at the end, the two friends ended up double teaming the heel diva after the victor took it upon herself to attack Michelle for what appeared to be no reason. Lucky for fans, watching the post-match celebration was well worth it.
And is for the World
Number 4, I would agree. I never liked this referee. He was just a flat-out jackass.
Weighing in at
Is
269
considered worse.
pounds.
Brad Maddox.
It's a big-time opportunity, Byron, as the title will be on the line here.
You're
right, Michael, and judging from the response on social media heading into this match, we're likely to see a new champ crowned here tonight.
He is a fucking joke. You can see a fucking cactus for all I care.
Big matches are where this guy thrives, and competing for that title is about as big as it gets.
I think Maddox had his head so far up his ass that he needed a proctologist to do a dental exam.
He also has head up Paul Heyman's ass too back then. There's that. It says here, before taking the role of Raw General Manager, oh god, don't even fucking start with that shit. WWE back then was on fucking crack.
I've returned.
Welcome back.
What have I missed?
Number 15 was Candice Michelle for best, and for worst.
Remember, guys, the title is on the line here in this one.
And
I don't remember the last time the champ was in this much jeopardy, Cole. Tonight,
Brad Maddox. Oh my god. Don't even get me started on Brad Maddox.
Oh, please do. I've been going.
Oh, no. I'm not touching that one with a 10-foot pole. I mean, zero charisma. He was a botch fest. I mean,
I think I put it well with he had his head so far up his ass he needed a proctologist for a dental exam.
well, yeah, that's pretty damn close. I mean, I'm not going to argue that. That is accurate.
And to be fair, he also had his head up Paul Heyman's ass too.
He did. TBS, what's going on? The blind mute Smith in the house.
Hey, TBS.
Representing the Heart Foundation.
Yeah, because remember back in 2014.
Here comes the submission champion.
61 pounds.
You just remember on the right back.
Oh, that's tables, he said.
The title will be on the line here. You're right, Michael. And judging from the response,
I think it's Christian Hart with the title around his waist, though.
We're likely to see a new champ crowned here tonight. He is physically prepared.
Perhaps a matchup in the future between the Iceman Christian Hart and the hardcore icon Tables for the submission championship, and see if Tables is indeed the submission champion. I mean, right now, though, Christian Hart has the title around his waist, and he has defended it. You got to step up to the plate and take that championship if you want it. I mean, there's ways to do that. Just ask Joe Link.
One of the all-time greats has seen and done everything there is to
Okay,
do in this business.
taking on the role of the general
From
manager.
St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh, for
Weighing
God,
in
I hate
at
when you do the general manager.
250 pounds. The Viper.
That was a fucking snooze fest.
Randy
Brad Maddox will be given the task of screwing over
Think
a
of all
member
the
of
legendary factions that Randy Orton has been a part of.
including
All
Ryback,
steps in his career greatness.
with the
He learned from the
then
best,
champion.
but at a very early age,
CM
Randy
Punk.
proved he can go it alone.
Yeah, we
Maddox
learned very quickly
his
that
career
Randy
wrestling
Orton
on
was the
independent
student
circuit
who was able to
for
surpass the
both
masters.
WWE
And in the process,
including
Randy Orton has
Raw,
become a master in his
depending on
own
how
right.
you
One of the most
how you view
vindictive,
it.
one of the most
Luckily, his
vengeful,
first match was
and one of
a
the most dangerous
number one
superstars
contender,
you
Diva
will ever
Battle
see.
Royal.
That's why I love everything about this guy, Saxton.
I mean, is it even worth discussing Brad Maddox?
No.
You know what I mean? I think it's like one of those. Let's fast forward, and the fact that it's now in our minds, we just simply say, click, click, deleted,
Possessed by the Viper.
and forget that we were even discussing
RKO to end your evening.
whoever it was we were discussing.
Exactly.
The blind locksmith says Tables has been hanging with Poindexter, so his submission game must be better than it was in. And Froggy Mouthlegs, he backed that right up by saying Poindexter is both a student and teacher. So it sounds to me like Tables wants a matchup with the Iceman over in the YouTube Development League, I think, for the submission championship.
I would agree.
Maybe following the show, you never know. We'll see how things go.
And coming in at number 13, we have got Chad Patton for best.
From Atlanta, Georgia. Weighing in at
That is
230 pounds. The American
As a
Dream.
member of the WWE group since 2000, Patton has been a staff and
Here we
fan
go, gentlemen.
favorite.
Huge title match
Since
coming up, and a
day
huge
one,
opportunity for the champ to
starting
prove to
off
everyone
as one
that
of
there
the
truly is
ring
none better
hands.
in all of WWE right now.
Patton would quickly move up and becoming an official 2 years later. As a member of the Raw brand, Patton would eventually find himself involved in in-ring storylines with Chris Jericho and then
The
GM
challenger with a
Eric
confident look on his
Bischoff at
face. More
WrestleMania.
than ready for this title opportunity.
I want to say 30. Patton would be given the honor of calling the classic and controversial match between Brock Lesnar and Undertaker, an event where Patton was unaware of what the outcome would be up until the actual 1, 2, 3 was counted to plan that nearly everyone was going by was that the Phenom would continue his WrestleMania streak, fearing that he was about to make the biggest mistake of his career. Patton himself stated that he was afraid to slap the mat 3 times and award Lesnar the match. For those in attendance or watching at home, having Patton, along with many others, not know the outcome of the match made the event even that much more believable.
The blind locksmith says, "Oh, Tables is gonna tap for sure against Cool." And Life is Great says, "Why is Cody Rhodes so punchable?" TBS says, "Not the word I would use, Life." And Life says, "What word would you use?" Indeed, what word would she use? I mean, now we want to know.
Coming in number 12, we've got Worst Scott Armstrong. I wouldn't consider him worst.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I wasn't an Armstrong fan.
It says here, a member of the Armstrong wrestling family, Scott's father is Bob Armstrong, and his three brothers are Brad, Steve, and Brian. Road dog Jesse James. Scott started his professional wrestling career in the WCW wearing tights before taking on the role of a referee with TNA, hired by the WWE in 06. Armstrong started his tenure with the promotion of a straight and narrow official matches as they should be. But as time passed, he became more involved in controversial calls that favored the heels more than fan favorites.
The WWE Universe just exploded.
I mean, I don't have a whole lot of opinions when it comes to referees, so.
I don't either, but it was a list that I just
doesn't make the information any less interesting. Just I don't have a lot of. I mean, do you, Glenola, have a whole lot to say regarding?
Not really.
No.
There's only two refs I'd really, actual refs.
Ooh, let's see if they're on the list.
Yeah. And where they put them, what they put them as.
Here comes King Kylos from the Big Body Metaverse. Let's see if he can win gold tonight. I mean, his partner in crime, Robert the Body Santana, just became the World Pure Wrestling Champion last night.
This is a big-time opportunity, Byron, as the title will be on the line here.
You're right, Michael. And judging from the response on social media heading into this match, we're likely to see a new champ crown.
Sorry, Earl Hebner was...
Number 11, he's under best.
Oh, under best, okay.
That's one of the two, and I agree he is one of the best.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, his brother, however, not so sharp.
It says if you're able to tell the brothers apart, you can make your opinion on who is the best or worst of the Hebner brothers. Earl Hebner started his career working for Jim Crockett in 1977 before moving over to work
6'4",
Mr. McMahon in 1988.
Here comes the world champion. Look at that beautiful title. The Archerverse World Heavyweight Championship.
Earl will continue to be involved in further infamous events, including the famed Montreal
Yokozuna is a multiple-time WWE champion. In 1993, the winner of the Royal Rumble match. You would be hard-pressed to find anyone as truly unstoppable as Yokozuna.
Both brothers would leave the WWE and take on a role with TNA, where Earl currently continues to be involved in many of the biggest stories in the TNA broadcast, while Dave, who worked backstage for the promotion, moved on.
Life says if Cody Rhodes somehow wins, we riot.
Promotion moved on to play a ringside manager role of the Mid-Michigan Wrestling Association, picking up Brother Dave. Number 10, worst, Dave Hebner.
I'm not surprised. Again, not as sharp as Earl Hebner in any way, shape, or form.
For his opponent, all of Yokozuna's weight and power is about to be focused on them.
God damn, this is going to be a good match, Glenola.
It is.
Debuting with the WWE in the mid-1980s, the other Hebner
Expect
would
chaos
have
in this
his
match. 8
share of
superstars
big
at odds to
moments.
see which one is the best.
During
It's
his
going to be
run to
very
WWE,
unpredictable, but it's also going to be
given the honor
Randy Orton
on
gets
two
it
of the
back.
most epic grudge
Fire in a match
matches
like
in
this is
wrestling
when we see
history.
how merciless someone can be.
And then
What will this come down to?
Ricky
This is
Steamboat
about who can weather the storm.
at
A
WrestleMania
superstar
3
can
and
attack
Savage
at
versus
will
Hulk
here.
Hogan
Everything is a weapon.
at
That's what
WrestleMania
makes this so
5.
dangerous. It's anything goes.
The
There are no
officials would be
limits
called
here. And it can
upon
be
to
chilling to see
work
the lengths
one of the
someone's willing
most
to go to destroy
unfortunate
another human
night
being.
in
By
referee's
chilling,
wrestling
I
history,
mean beautiful.
as they would be featured in the Evil Twins
One after another.
controversial finish during that match between
My goodness.
Life says I don't care who wins, but if Rhodes wins, the title goes boom.
And he's taking this to the
That's
outside.
ghastly.
DDT. The champ trying to roll over these
Friday
heads.
night
Foiled that attempt. Needs a little more than that.
a match
Ends things this
that
early.
all Michael College
Right to the
breakout.
arm. Hyperextend your
Al
elbow.
Hogan,
Knife edge chop.
Dave's
Echoing through the
officiating
arena.
career would come to an end
Oh, and that
shortly
body's
following the
alive.
match
Boom,
after
running STO
suffering
blitz.
an accident
Nicely done.
injury at
That
the
can't
hands of
stop you
his
in your
brother.
tracks.
Yokozuna dodges out of that.
Caught with a punch.
And then goes boom, 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 off the side of that.
Submission maneuver.
This isn't going to win the
Nice.
fall, but it's going to do a lot of damage.
A single leg
No,
camel
it's,
clutch.
yeah, do it right.
How do you get
Boomity
out of
boom
this?
boom, boomity boom
Look at
boom.
that.
Watch that
What a great
title
counter.
go. Boomity boom boom, boomity boom. All over Cody Rhodes.
Starting back to his feet.
Wow.
He might not know where he is.
Alrighty then.
Quick return to the ring.
Stomping. Ouch. Oh, man.
For some reason, Frosty the Snowman popped in my head. So.
Back with a counter. Answers back up.
I mean, any other parodies we need? I mean, maybe you can come up with something from Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Kick in the gut.
Even
No
Tom
way.
Hero,
No way. This is not going to be pretty. Lizard knee drop.
number 9 is Gus,
Oh,
and the
colliding
name
with a
is Jack
barricade.
The
King.
end was in sight.
I don't know, but Cody Rhodes is all over JR Jack. Oh, Yokozuna just kicked him right in the face, though. There you go, Life. Yokozuna just booted him right in the lippies. I mean, that is not. I would not want his big leg in my face.
Oh, God, man.
Back and forth.
It says here for over 3 years, Jack Dean was part of the WWE in some capacity, starting with a backstage role as part of the ring crew. Stone would also,
Strong kick out at 2
or
from the
Jack Jones,
champion.
the name,
Good Lord,
was also
scarily
known
close to
a
3.
hand as a ring official when a fill was needed.
These superstars have endured so
Skilled
much
in the ring
punishment.
would lead to full-time positions
At any moment.
and one of the better referees in the company.
Now look at that standing bonsai drop. Another one
Number
bites the
8
dust to the champ. I cannot
is
believe what I'm seeing right
Rose.
now. No one can. Is this it?
The name
Is it? He
is
kicked out. He kicked out.
Danny
Not
Davis.
the lights just yet. Able to reverse.
Yeah, I like Dangerous Danny Davis.
Cover. Attacking the arm.
Granola, you must remember Dangerous Danny Davis.
Not off the top of my head.
He wore those stupid striped pants for a while.
And the bow tie.
Hey, yeah, that too.
We'll just real quick here.
Froggy Moth Leg says, speaking of Leo Rush,
Another one. Yokozuna turns it around.
As soon as all the pictures. Yep, I remember.
TBS says, Life, I feel the same way about CM Punk, and only slightly. Wait, you don't like AJ Styles? Randy Orton has been eliminated. We are down to 7.
So it says here his first role with the WWE was as an official. Well, he quickly added the character Mr. X to his resume as a masked jobber. Davis will be on the losing end of many of his matches, but still have the privilege of working with such greats as San Martino and Pedro Morales. Despite his wrestling talents.
Wait a minute, where's Yokozuna? Was he eliminated too?
I think so.
Holy shit, the champion was eliminated, Randy Orton was eliminated. We are guaranteed a brand new Archerverse World Heavyweight Champion. That is crazy, I didn't even notice that. I was too busy watching Randy Orton get eliminated, didn't realize Yokozuna was gone. Wow.
How's that for a counter?
And number 7, we got Best Joey Morella.
Incredible to think, after everything we've witnessed, we are still at a stalemate.
Today, the blind locksmith is Chris Jericho. 476, unlucky.
And Legend's greatest is close. She had a 187.
He's taking this to the floor now.
She had a what?
A 187.
Who had that? Nice. Well, that's pretty close.
And she's 46 off.
Yep, 46 off. So Life is Great might be the winner of the Channel Redemption Reward. We'll see.
It says here, imagine being given the honor of officiating.
Oh, Foggy is singing.
This just might be more than what the champ bargained for.
You know, I feel like Cody Rhodes is still in this just to spite Life is Great at this point. Because he's been getting his ass whipped here and there. I mean, he's been all over JR Jack tonight. But everybody else has been kind of ragdolling him.
This could be the beginning of the end.
Great trouble here.
Life says, how dare you?
How dare you, how dare us, we all dare you all the time.
Oh, Christian Hart has been eliminated. JR Jack has been eliminated. Cody Rhodes just eliminated JR Jack. I don't know, Life. I don't know what to tell you. The American Nightmare is well, doing very well. At least at the moment.
Keeping it for the pin and the win. Yes. Now this is just a ruthless attack. Such aggression.
What a crazy match.
I would agree.
Thought he had him. You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, he was eliminated by submission at that. That's right.
Thanks for coming.
Oh, end of days by the villain.
That's gotta be it. 2.
And the Fiend kicks out again.
Of the challenger keeps this match going.
The Villain versus the Fiend. Now there's a matchup I'd like to see in a one-on-one. Wouldn't that be awesome, Granola? The Villain of the Archerverse versus the Fiend.
He gets sent down to the floor.
We lost Granola.
He misses the target.
Oh, there he is. How dare you?
Oh, that would be an awesome match.
Yeah, I think so too.
The champ's eyes look glazed over.
Jumping neck breaker. Ouch. Look at this.
No, they're for now slagging so far. Cool, still in the ring.
It's gonna be agonizing for the arm. Great wherewithal on the
Yeah, it was
counter.
almost a 2-minute lag.
In control here with a swinging neck breaker. Textbook.
Froggy says Dex beat the Fiend, but you know he's still a monster.
Reversal on top of.
That's right, Dex did beat the Fiend.
Oh, look at this.
Dex beats everybody though.
That's what I was saying. Is there somebody Dex has not managed to beat?
Wait a minute.
Oh! Shit, Kylos was just about to spear the villain and the Fiend. Oh, the Fiend! Pat made him pass out. Wow. That was ghastly.
Yes, it was.
I thought for sure that Kareem Key Woods was going to get speared in half there. Got saved by the Fiend, but it looks like the Fiend is about to turn on him, though. Oh, look at that. Nice. Nice bulldog by the villain. Oh, reversal. Holy shit, the Fiend reversed it. And look at this. Goes right after Rhodes.
He's turning the tables.
He really is a monster.
Nicely done. Stomping away.
There you go, life. Cody Rhodes is picking on the Fiend. You might get your wish here.
No way. No way.
Nah, I think Cody wins.
This is not going to be pretty.
Oh, backpack driver coming up. Oh! And that's more of a brain buster, too, by the way he delivers that. They do call it a backpack driver, but more of a brain buster.
How much is it worth? How much is it worth to
That's a
continue?
motor breaker.
Oh, there we go. Cody Rhodes in trouble now. There you go, life. The Fiend did your bidding. It is now down to the Fiend, and it is down to the Fiend and the villain. Now, mind you, I'm sure either way the outcome might be different if they were both fresh coming into a matchup, but ooh, busted him open. Busted him open. Uh-oh, villain in trouble.
Give up now. A tap out. Really?
Wow, holy shit. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is all. The winner of the match and new Archer's World Heavyweight Champion, The Fiend.
These gentlemen get after it. Here are the highlights.
Wow, did he ever clean house in that match? And I got to tell you, Ruzi, that match, I've seen 8-man elimination royales last over an hour. That was not a very long matchup, considering. Now, mind you, there was a lot of high-profile celebrities in that matchup, so I guess not overly surprising, but I was a little surprised.
No, I was bringing from all the sperm in that match.
Wow. The Fiend, once again, a world champion. That is scary. That is scary. All right. Main feature of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time since the Archerverse 1.0 that the Archerverse World Unified Television Championship is going to be decided in a Gold Rush tournament. And look at the star-studded cast that we have. They're going to rip through this tournament and create fire and blaze a path all the way to Joe Lincoln, the reigning defending champion that's going to be riding the pine, watching to see who makes it through with the right to fight for the Archerverse World Television Championship. Again, first time in almost 2 years, folks, since this championship has been in a tournament. So, check this out. From Team Life is Great, Psychosis, Kyle Riley, taking on Black Machismo, Jay Lethal. Then we have, Jesus, the Fiend's in this matchup too. I'd almost forgotten about that. He could become a double champion. Could you imagine if the Fiend won the Archerverse World Television Championship and the World Heavyweight Championship in the same evening? That would be weird, wouldn't it? That would be scary. That would be just plain scary. But we have from Team Snorhawk 64, the Anus Carlos Hawkins taking on the Fiend. From Team Soul Embers, the Samoan Lion, BB King, Big Baba Bruno taking on the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. And last but not least, representing the Coalition, I might add, from Team 1 Woozy TV, Youngblood Graves taking on the Tribal Chief, representing the Bloodline, Roman Reigns, looking for acknowledgement. Will he get it, or will Youngblood Graves stick his boot directly up the rectum of the Tribal Chief? We're going to find out. But first match of the night, folks. I do have to issue a pay for the last matchup, too, so give me a second while I do that. We don't want TBS to yell at me. He probably won.
And hello, Punisher.
Yo, Punisher, what's going on?
What's up, Punisher?
All right, so I'll get the betting line open for the next matchup. And, of course, the first matchup of the quarterfinals. So who moves on to the semifinals? And by the way, each match is under a best 2 out of 3 falls rule set. Will it be Kyle Riley from Team Life is Great? Or is it going to be Black Machismo? Jay Lethal, who, by the way, I don't know if anybody's been paying attention, but formed a brand new tag team today with the Phenom, Joe Lincoln of all people. I am not lying, I could not make this shit up. Jay Lethal and Joe Lincoln formed a tag team, and not only did they form a tag team, they went over to the YouTube Development League and won their debut matchup against The Way, Austin Theory and Johnny Gargano. It was a very, very impressive matchup. Absolutely fantastic. So he's coming into this tournament with some hype. The Fiend is coming into this tournament with some hype. He is looking for more action, wants to become a double champion. Crazy. So you'll have 5 minutes to make your bets. And there we go. Betting lines are open. Bet away, you gambling fiends. But it is showtime and go time for the first matchup in the quarterfinals of the Archerverse World Television Championship Gold Rush Tournament. First time since the Archerverse 1.0. Let's get this underway. Let's go.
And back to my list. Number 7 was Joey. Who's on the best is Joey Morella. It says here, imagine being given the honor of officiating what would become arguably the biggest match in wrestling history. Call it nepotism, call it being in the right place at the right time, call it whatever you want, but Joey Morella, our son of WWE legend Gorilla Monsoon, was the third man in the ring during Hulk Hogan's title defense against Andre the Giant during main event of WrestleMania 3. Number 6 is on the worst, Tim White.
Oh, God. Anyways, go ahead.
I think we should skip him.
The following contest is a championship first round.
It says here before he entered the ring.
Yo, Spiritual, what's going on? Welcome into episode number 363, my friend. We are just beginning the very first tournament that has been housing a deciding championship holder for the Archerverse World Television Championship since the Archerverse 1.0. So it's a big tournament. Star-studded cast. What's going on? What's new and exciting? Welcome in.
You are laying it on thick, Saxton. Don't worry.
Go back to you, Woozy.
Watch this match 10 times before
before he entered the ring as a third party, Tim White was a professional assistant to one of the biggest names in wrestling history, Andre the Giant White would go on to begin his officiating career in the late 1980s at the inaugural.
Spiritual says he's just a fellow WWE 2K fan. Well, welcome on into the Archiverse. We appreciate you stopping by. Anything, if you have questions, feel free to ask. We have a fantastic community, so they have any information you'll be needing. And in the meantime, enjoy your stay, enjoy the show. Again, this is the first match in the quarterfinals. It's going to be a fantastic tournament. We got a bunch of great people. We're having some great conversations, great matches, great evening. Welcome in. Thank you for being here.
While he would work the ring for over 20 years, a series of unfortunate and disturbing events would lead to White being remembered
a very high-pressure situation ahead for this guy, but he is more than ready for it.
Than the positives during the judgment.
And thank you for the follow, Spiritual. Appreciate that very much. And yeah, my friend, you said the 3 evil letters here at the Archiverse. You can't say those. That is potty mouth, sir. This is a. I was going to say it's PG, but that is complete bullshit. But those are potty mouth. You cannot say those 3 letters here at the Archiverse, sir. I mean, there's other things you can't say too, but I mean, you'll learn that as you go. A lot of villainy happens here. Get used to it. We are a bunch of trolls, rabid wolves, and we love to have a good time.
It would work out this way. This one has real show-stealing potential. Sharp elbows to the body.
This is
not going to look pretty. Submission being applied. Oh, just tap out. Just tap out. Kneeing his way out. And he's free.
He suffered a separated shoulder.
He turns it around.
A second injury during WrestleMania.
Fisherman suplex.
One I do believe would send White into retirement.
Before I forget, could we drop the YouTube link for Spiritual?
Yes.
Just in case they would also like to follow the Archiverse over at the Shark Tank, known as YouTube. Thank you, Glenola.
My pleasure. Breaking arm.
Number 5 is...
And the Discord link. Thank you, Joe Link.
And number 5 is Best
Great reversal.
Yoda.
Yeah, Spiritual, we also have a YouTube Development League. That is usually where any newcomers start, should they decide they want to either claim a wrestler or have a superstar signed and inked to a contract. We have a lot of great matches over there. We're going to be having some live shows over there as well. So a lot happens. We get some storylines and angle ideas from the YouTube Development League, but it is a great time. During our off time, we have 3 live shows a week here on Twitch, which is, of course, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. So, yes, we will be live again tomorrow night. Tonight is just a special event, but it is the TWA Wrestle Kingdom on Tuesdays. The Archiver's Wrestle Wars on Wednesdays, and of course Thursdays is WCW Starrcade. We're working towards our next big stream preview, which is Fall Brawl. It is the next big blockbuster. Is going to kick off the fall for everybody. It's going to be a great time, so you don't want to miss that. But a lot happening, a lot always going down. We are completely storyline driven. We love to have a good time. So you found the right place. If you're interested in great times, great stories, colorful characters, great people, and a good time. I mean, some, Woozy, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but some Spiritual even say that this is, without a shadow of a doubt, the late-night place to be, the most must-see show on Twitch TV. And Spiritual, I've also heard a little birdie told me that we're the very best in fantasy wrestling excellence, bar none, period. I mean, that is just rumor. I don't... You'll have to speak to the masses on that one.
It is true, Archer.
Here it comes.
I would second that.
Will this be enough? Kicking out before the count shows that this is still anybody's match at this point.
This is one hell of a match so far, I know that. This is a 2 out of 3 falls, don't forget. Each of the matches are under the rule set of best 2 out of 3 falls.
Could be the tide turner.
And just like that, he sent crashing to the floor. He's under the best.
Mike Chioda's under best?
Yes.
And he'll leave the ring for this next stretch.
And
just turn that around.
How about a martial arts story? Oh, redeemed Tree of Knowledge or Rotten Fruit. I'll wait until Woozy gets through his Mike Chioda story, and then I will tell you a martial arts story.
Influenced by fellow referee Joey Morello and his father Bill Monsoon,
He's on his heels a bit
Mike
now.
Chioda has been a part of the WWE for nearly 30 years.
In a tournament setting like this.
As one would expect, considering his tenure with the company, Chioda has seen his fair share of big moments,
Just laying it in.
both as a senior official during pay-per-view broadcasts, as well as on Raw and SmackDown. Starting with
Setting foot in the ring now.
1, 2, 3 kids classic
He is
upset
revving up the engine. He's not going to let anything stop him.
boxing.
Joe Link has claimed Carmella.
Vicious right forearm. There's some gouging going
Interesting.
on. Unnecessary.
Winning his first championship at WrestleMania 16 over
Hoisted up
Shawn
on their
Michaels
shoulders.
to the
Valley driver.
epic generational showdown between Hulk Hogan
Able to give him the
and
slip.
Rock at WrestleMania 18. Chioda would then find himself in a
Drop
series
kick hits
of
hard. Lands harder.
WrestleMania main event matches,
The suspense this crowd is feeling is palpable.
has
They are
faith and
waiting with
confidence
bated
in
breath for what's to come
Chioda's
next.
work ethic.
Oh, he knew what was coming.
Despite all the
Look at
positives
this, going counter for
that can
counter.
be
Piercing
said,
strike.
Chioda, that
His
Chioda's
defense
run
is
blemish
fallen, and soon
stands
he
out
may too.
on his
Not what you
resume
want to see by
that being
any
the
means.
first
A knee
official
drop delivered. So
to be
precise.
suspended for
Able to interrupt the attack.
PED, violating the WWE wellness policy following his 30-day suspension.
Oh, he
Chioda
retaliates.
has returned to his role of being
Big knee
one of
buys
the
him
best
some time.
officials in the industry and arguably of all time. So I'm
He
going
gets
to
back
put my
into the
this on
ring.
hold for a second before Hector talks the story.
Moves outside. What's the plan here? Bad predicament right here. What
Yo,
now?
Archer.
What now? Driven into the barricade.
Yes.
Spine first.
Okay. I was going to say, go ahead and tell your story.
Oh, well, I wasn't sure if he was going to continue on to another one or if he was going to pause briefly or what was going on there. So, okay. So,
To the ring again.
let's see here.
The adrenaline is pumping, and the WWE Universe is on.
Martial arts story
And that's some late match
for
offense from him.
Tree of Knowledge or Rotten Fruit. Okay, so, with exception of the past couple years, of course, due to COVID, yearly I used to attend a very large convention or symposium, if you will, and there was normally roughly around 5,000, 5,500 martial artists there over the course of a weekend because it was a weekend-long event. And it was, of course, outside my own province. So we would travel there, and we would go and we would learn different techniques and or variations of techniques we already knew, and in some cases got to learn parts of different martial arts that maybe we weren't partaking in. While we were there, this particular year I'm talking about was a year that I got actually promoted to Nidan in Shotokan, and it actually took place at this event. It was called Capital Conquest, and you can actually Google that, but it was called Capital Conquest, and while I was there was a gentleman there, and his name, and some people might have heard this story before, others have not. The Blind Locksmith likely hasn't. But while I was there was a gentleman there, Blind Locksmith. His name was Master Bob Wall. Now, many might not necessarily know who Bob Wall is. Maybe you do, but Bob Wall is the man who played O'Hara in Enter the Dragon, the most famous martial arts movie of all time, with, of course, the legendary Bruce Lee. So I was able to meet and have a conversation with and get a picture taken with Bob Wall at this convention, and it was a great time. It's always a great time, but that just made it a little extra special. And I mean, how often do you get to meet somebody like Master Bob Wall? So it was a great time. It was a very interesting conversation. And holy shit, Jay Lethal just beat Kyle O'Reilly in the best 2 out of 3 falls match. He moves on to the semifinals. Wow. I didn't see that coming. I'll be honest, my money was on Team Life is Great and Psychosis Kyle O'Reilly. What about you guys?
I was going for Kyle O'Reilly myself.
You were going for Kyle O'Reilly too? What about you, Glenola?
I put 10 Archer bucks on Riley.
Wow. Crazy. Did not expect Lethal. I mean, Jay Lethal is one of the best that's ever stepped foot in the ring, but I mean, I just thought that, Team Life is Great has been doing a great job with their training regimens. Kyle O'Reilly has looked fantastic as not just the Free Spirit World Champion, but he's won other championships as well. I mean, he's been phenomenal in that ring, and Jay Lethal came in and ended his campaign for the World Television Championship tonight. Interesting is all I'm saying, really. So Jay Lethal, the first person to move on to the semifinals. Let's move on to the second match, and I'll issue the payout for that one. But anyways, I don't know if that was actually supposed to be just a true story, but you guys can decipher if I was, telling the truth or lying, whatever you want to do. You can call BS, you can, whatever you want to do there. For those that don't know.
True.
Yeah.
I think true.
Hey, what is going on here? For some reason, my quick edit screen changed and removed a bunch of things, so I just have to re-add it quick so that I can actually run the betting lines. Alright, there we go. That should do the trick. Alright, so Black Machismo was the winner. Payout has been issued. Let's get the next betting line open. Who moves on to face Black Machismo? Is it going to be Carlos Hawkins from Team Snorhawk 64, or the man that just won the 8-man Elimination Royale and became the new Archer's World Heavyweight Champion, The Fiend? You got 5 minutes to make your bets. And there we go. Betting lines are open. Gamble away. Let's find out who moves on to face Black Machismo. It is showtime and go time for matchup number 2 in the quarterfinals. Let's go. What do you guys think? Hawkins or The Fiend? I mean, The Fiend just had a grueling 8-man Elimination Royale, but do things like that really affect him is the question. That's what we have to ask ourselves here. Does that really will that affect The Fiend, or does he just come in like nothing happened and, I don't know, take in another 4 or 5 people? I mean...
I think I'm going to support Hawkins on this one.
Yep, I'm going with Hawkins.
I mean, I'd like to think that something has to affect The Fiend, and Hawkins is coming in one of the best on the planet and fully charged and ready to roll. So I'm with you guys on this one. Now, I was with you guys on the last one too, so there's that. We're not doing very good so far, guys.
You're not, no.
We are 0-1 so far. I blame Joe Link. Would this be crazy if Jay Lethal versus Lincoln for the title? That would be crazy because they just formed a tag team. That would be completely absurd, but you know what? I like it.
Number 4 is just considered worse. by the name of Nick Patrick.
Yeah. It doesn't surprise me that he's on there.
The following contest
Wrestling is in Nick Patrick's blood, being the son of a masked wrestler.
from the edge
He assassin before heading over to the WWE. Patrick spent time working as a referee in the NWA for the Championship
Guys, this match
Wrestling,
has the potential to completely
and
change the
then
WWE
WCW.
landscape, and it's because of this
As
level
a
of
heel
talent
official,
involved.
Patrick was best known for teaming up with New World Order, helping the stable claim tainted victories and bringing on a lot of heat from its fans. Once the WWE purchased
This match has
WCW,
That's true life. You do. You have beef with Jay Lethal now.
continue his evil ways as part of the Alliance. Attempted to take over the WWE during the original Raw SmackDown brand extension. Patrick will become the lead official for the Blue brand, leaning more towards being an unbiased official. Patrick will be employed by the WWE for 7 years as a referee on their main shows and within their development program. Now this one is a special guest referee.
And here comes the brand new Archer vs. World Heavyweight Champion.
Nick Patrick, I thought was actually really good. They had the great storyline with him. With the NWO. He was the second one I hope was on the list, because I really enjoyed Nick Patrick.
Joe Link is John Moxley.
I didn't really see too much in the WWE with him, but I saw him with the NWO, and I thought he did such a great job, as I said, bringing the heat. He probably built as much heat on himself and for the NWO as the NWO did for themselves.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of Nick Patrick, but I mean, you're not wrong there.
Yeah, so I enjoyed him, but he was the second one. Him and Earl Hebner were the two I hoped to.
I mean, Patrick was probably one of the better referees in WCW. You know what I mean? But if you compared him to some of the refs in WWE, he wasn't that good.
Yeah.
I found he was I don't know, he was slow. That's one thing I didn't like about him. He was slow.
True.
But as far as WCW goes, he was probably their best ref.
Yeah. And like I said, when you actually have a ref involved in the storyline, written into the storyline, you can't have better than how he handled with NWO.
Yeah.
And number 3 is Best, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Sorry, what?
This is a special referee considered Best.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
Shawn Michaels.
You know what? I'll be honest, Shawn Michaels actually makes a pretty good referee.
He really does.
Oh, yeah.
He does. I have no complaints about his reffing. Oddly enough. You know what I mean? Who would have thought?
So we are set. First round matchup underway. The winner of this match
moves on to the next stage of this tournament.
Among the greatest wrestlers in history, he also has a spot as one of the best special guest referees. At times, he has remained impartial.
There's a fisherman suplex.
And yet there have been many matches in which he feels the need to throw a bit of preaching music. That is true, he does. If they deserve a tune, Michaels will give him a tune.
Yeah.
It may hurt a little, but it's still music.
And oh man, Hawkins is all over the Fiend right now, guys. Ooh, missed that one though. Came crashing down with nobody home with that one.
And responds with a counter of their own.
With no big matches under his belt and some of the regular officials,
this is an incessant attack being brought
Michael's
to him. Yeah, he's got to
officiating
surmount this storm
career
coming at him.
started with a title match.
Saw that one coming. Yeah, he's getting
between
some
Bret
newly
Hart
determined
and
focus.
Taker at WrestleMania 19 at
Yeah, that's right.
Flipping the script on him there.
SummerSlam.
And then that led to that led to Hell in a Cell.
It did.
Great counter.
So
Regular body. He's absorbed some damage.
that was an awesome match.
Yeah, it was actually.
Not a sprint. He's still in a very good
I
position.
mean, mistake.
Pretty
It
much the
said
biggest focus for
SummerSlam.
any superstar going into a
I think it's
best of
actually
three
a good
matchup.
number of
Focusing on the
handful of
weakness of your
matches have
opponent and
included
exploiting them as much as you can.
Undertaker
If
for
you're able
some
to pin or submit your
unknown
opponent quickly
reason,
for that
maybe
first fall, your chances
is
greatly
a
increase for
Texas
the next
thing,
fall. Tossed around like a rag doll.
animated as he was as
Catches the
a
leg.
wrestler.
Bats with a punch to the
The
gut.
reactions that Michaels gave while wearing the stripes
Oh,
led
look at
to
that
the
torch of their
traditional
opponent.
flavor
Uh-oh,
of
this
the
isn't gonna be
matches he
good.
officiated
Oh, man.
while he would work a number of matches with names such as The Rock, Randy Orton, Daniel Bryan, and John Cena.
Look at him seizing the momentum
Most
here. It is
memorable
all
match
going his
will
way
be
right
the
about now.
role in the end of the era WrestleMania Hell in a Cell match
And will this be it?
between The Undertaker and Triple H.
Man, what a turn of events here, guys. I mean, it is now the Fiend all over Carlos Hawkins. I mean, Hawkins is in real trouble here.
Right
One
across the
between his
larynx.
friendship with Hunter and his
Can he
respect
take
for
advantage?
The Undertaker,
He moved.
Michaels played a key role in making this an epic match.
Brainbuster.
Number 2 is
Looking
worst.
for the victory. There's two. No.
Teddy Long.
Kick out.
I understand the sentiment, but now is not the time to
I-
bask.
Out 2 count already.
Kick to the gut.
I didn't expect a 2 counter to that one.
Coming next.
Ataxia. Can he?
Oh, look at that. Hawkins.
Kicks out. Just kicked out.
Nope, Fiend kicked out again. That's 2 near falls for Hawkins after just taking a beating from the Fiend. What a back and forth match.
He's losing some faith in himself.
It really
And now he's
is.
looking to lock in this submission.
This
Camel
is
clutch
here
is
before he
in.
got into a WWE ring and
Can he roll on his
long
body?
before
Can
he
he roll?
became
Can he roll
a second
here?
general
A
manager.
single leg camel clutch
Teddy
and a
Long
great counter.
wore the stripes as part of the NWA. Long would be assigned to cover such high-profile matches
He's starting to struggle here. When you're in a tournament
or
situation, Cole, you
involving
tend
the
to push yourself to
NWA
your
World
limits.
Championship
Stretching and tearing at all the
and
ligaments in the
NWA
leg.
Tag Team Championships. However, a controversial
Unpacks a
decision,
well-placed punch.
one made during his officiating career, led to Long being released as an official
And now there's an
and honing
opening.
his craft as a
He's
heel
reeling, slowly
manager.
getting up.
Oh, and soon
Teddy
we could
would
be
join
seeing
the
a submission
WWE
here.
in
Body
1998
is not meant to bend
and
that
will
way.
hold his
For the love
position
God,
of
submit.
authority
Fight
until
again. Live to
2002
fight another day.
during Long's run as an official.
He's
He
able to find enough grip to
would
fight
be
out of the
in
hole.
the
Crucial
unfortunate
escape
position
here.
of being the third man in the ring in
Perhaps
what
thinking
would
about
be
what to do next here.
Owen Hart's
Holy, that was
last
an awful
match.
landing. He's got the answer for that one.
and also during the match between Darren Waldock
Big boots.
and D'Lo Brown, a match that ended with Rose landing on his
Painted
head
right back with a reversal.
and then becoming a
Okay, he's re-entering the ring.
quadriplegic.
Out of the
And
ring,
number
what's his
one-
plan here?
I agree with it. It is considered best.
Oh, that's just insulting. He
Is
has to be at his limit now.
Charles
And this is,
Robinson.
well, it's not looking good. He turns it around.
He was an
Clothesline, so
excellent ref.
effective.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I'd put him at number 1 for best or anything, but I mean, he was definitely a really good referee, though.
All
He
right,
took no
back
shit
to it,
from
returning
nobody.
to the ring.
you got in his face, he pushes back.
And that's an attack that must hurt.
Well, in his defense, so Earl Hebner.
Oh, Hawkins is in trouble here. The feet. Oh, he's doing his creepy shit. That is nothing short of disturbing. I mean,
so bizarre, so eerie. Welcome to get worse to sister.
It really is.
He's got Hawkins. Oh, Sister Abigail. Hawkins ate the canvas there.
And he gets the fall.
One fall to nothing.
Wow.
Oh, what a counter.
This is crazy.
Kick. Nothing fancy there. Nice takedown. Dodges. Trap the arm.
Nice reversal by Carlos Hawkins.
And that concludes my list.
That was actually not a bad list. I mean, again, I didn't have a whole lot to say about referees, but it was decent. It was interesting at the very least.
I only had, you know, one big issue. Well, one big, one small. You know, Nick Patrick, that was a small issue, not a problem. The big issue is you made us think of that asshole Brian Maddox.
Yeah.
You got to think that all the plans are out the window after that.
We continue to see
I agree.
perseverance from these competitors.
The war continues to rage on with no superstar willing to give an inch.
Can someone ban Brad Maddox from the chat, please?
Oh, the Fiend caught his leg. No way. Good God, this has been such a back and forth struggle for control. What a match. Fiend has measured him. Oh, he's got him. Mandible claw. Hawkins in trouble. And that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen, by a score of 2-0. And moving on to the semifinals to face Black Machismo. The Fiend has beaten Carlos Hawkins.
Wow.
The Fiend is really making a statement so far here tonight. That is crazy.
And then Archer, I'm going to be taking my break that I was given.
Okay.
Well, I think I'm going to
This kind of win establishes
give you a list to pick apart.
Ooh, that sounds like fun.
Victory you could truly be proud
Yeah, 'cause I think you will do some picking on this
tenacity and force of will.
This is from the Sportster,
Okay.
August 23rd, 2018.
Ooh, 2018. We're going back a few years here.
Yeah, Joey Haverford wrote it.
Okay.
15 great wrestling gimmicks given to poor wrestlers, and 10 bad gimmicks given to great wrestlers.
Okay.
So, starting off with a great gimmick, Constable Corbin. Current example of a bad wrestler getting a chance to shine with a great gimmick is Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
You know, what little I've seen of Corbin, I'm not a fan.
I mean, no, I'm not a Corbin fan. Never have been.
You know,
Some people seem to like him. I mean, so there's that. But I mean, I'm just not one. I'm just not one of them.
oh yeah. For number 24 is another great gimmick, poor wrestler. And this one I think most people will agree with. Ultimate Warrior.
And he's under which?
Great gimmick, poor wrestler.
Okay. Yep. Nope. Yeah. Absolutely.
You know, there's not much to be said. You know, unfortunately, and I'm a huge Warrior fan. You know,
Oh yeah.
even I
Yep.
admit he's
Me
not
too.
Great.
But no, he was not great in the ring at all. Okay, so the betting lines are open. You have 5 minutes to make your bets. Who is moving on to the semifinals? Is it going to be Big Bubba Bruto, the Samoan Lion, or is it going to be the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar? Let's find out. It is showtime and go time. Let's go.
Now, number 23, I have to actually agree with again. Bad gimmick. Lord Tensai. You know, for those of you that don't know who the wrestler was under the name He went by Albert, Prince Albert.
Yeah.
You know, Matt Bloom is his name, and I really loved him as Albert. You know.
The Lord Tensai gimmick was the worst gimmick in recent times that I can remember, because it was just silly. You know? I don't know. Anyways, yeah, tell us all about it.
Okay, Matt Bloom, currently the head trainer of Performance Center. Despite being trusted today to teach future stars, WWE didn't trust him to portray great characters. This was shown during his return to the promotion following a great run in New Japan. The character of Lord Tensai saw him play a terrible portrayal of a villain from Japan that fans didn't buy into. Not even a feud with Cena could save Tensai from flopping. WWE turned him into a dancing face called Sweet Tea before he luckily retired to get a better role in the company.
Yes. I mean, I'll be honest, the Sweet Tea was actually kind of funny.
Yeah, I don't even remember that.
But
I just, you know, I remember Tensai.
Yeah.
And it was unfortunate.
It was very unfortunate.
But, yeah, he has all the skill in the ring as you could ask for.
Well, you see, the problem with Albert was he was a stronger partner than he was a solo artist. Like, I think he was better as part of a tag team than he was for single competition, and I think that's kind of what. There's just some wrestlers are like that. It's, you know.
Yeah, and the one in particular that was the one I was introduced to him through was TNA. Test and Albert, and he really helped Test shine.
Yeah, I mean, and he helped Test become better too, because Albert was good.
Yeah,
he was a very good big man.
Very good big man. He knew how to bring out the best in everybody in the ring. He really could. But number 22 was a great gimmick, and I completely agree. And we've actually, Archer and I have discussed this wrestler more than once. He knows my feelings about the guy.
To quote Pat McAfee,
David Flair.
He looks like Brock Lesnar 8.
Oh, good God.
Son,
yeah, I won't touch this one.
Son of the great Ric Flair.
After losing the WWE Championship, and now the Beast Incarnate.
He was crap. Pure and simple.
See, again, my problem there lies with the fact, exactly what you just said. He was the son of the great Ric Flair. And was deciding to become part of the wrestling business, but didn't even at all learn from his father, didn't clearly take any guidance, advice, nothing. He was awful, terrible, ghastly, horrendous, and I mean any other word you can use that's in a negative manner.
Yeah,
he was that.
I heard a story, now I've never been able to verify if this is true or not, but in WCW, there was a in-ring confrontation between Arn Anderson and David Flair, where Arn Anderson just rips him apart verbally.
Loser has to head back to the locker room.
My understanding from the story I heard is it was not scripted. Arn was speaking from the heart and basically telling this kid, "You're fucking up. You are a huge disappointment."
This is trouble. Armbar's in. Armbar.
And it came across, at least, watching it, as that older uncle telling his nephew, "Look, man,
Ooh, treading all over their opponent."
So, unfortunately, and even having Stacy Keibler at one time as his valet
if you want.
didn't help him at all.
10 beats of the bottom.
Shot after shot after shot.
He couldn't even look good with Stacy Keibler standing beside him.
Out of the ring, what's his plan here?
21. And I don't know how Archie's going to feel about this or not, because I'm not sure exactly how I feel. Great gimmick. Poor wrestler. Mabel.
Whoa, not quite yet. And there's a neck breaker.
I don't know. I have mixed feelings about Mabel.
Looking for more damage here.
Not so much that character as Viscera or Big Daddy V.
Slides back into the ring. Back into the ring.
So what do you think of that one, Archer?
Well, I don't know.
Of power, just stomping every single part of his body.
I just don't know.
You know, that's kind of a hard one.
2 out of 3 falls match. This will test
Okay, number 20 is bad gimmick. I totally agree with this.
More than anything, Saxton
Isaac
said you need
Yankum.
tenacity. You have to be willing to try anything when it's time.
Big Yankum, yeah. I mean, it wasn't. I mean, at the time, he wasn't even a good wrestler, so really, it wasn't even a case of good wrestler, bad gimmick. It was bad wrestler, bad gimmick. It's a good thing that Kane, who became Kane, was willing to learn the ropes and better his craft, because he really wasn't that good when he came in.
Sequence of reversals there.
But he definitely has become great in that ring.
Taking their time.
And as a storyteller,
punch to the gut.
I didn't actually get to see too much of Yankum. I think I only saw 1 or 2 matches.
And he's able to counter.
But thankfully, that gimmick was kind of short-lived, so.
Eye for an eye here. Quick exchange of counters there.
Number 19's another one. I don't know. Great gimmick.
I don't have you walking funny.
James Ellsworth.
Who's Ellsworth? Good Lord.
Because I'm not sure if it's a great gimmick. I'm not sure if the gimmick would have worked.
The amount of damage getting handed out here speaks to how much winning this
tournament not for any
would
length,
mean to these competitors.
A short-lived thing, transition maybe.
Very best, yeah. I have to depart for a moment. I must use the facilities, but I shall be right back. Continue your list. I shall return.
Alrighty. Number 18 is a bad gimmick.
And we see him take.
And I argue that in part is also bad wrestlers. The Spirit Squad.
Lesnar from behind. Brock Lesnar, perhaps setting up for a trifecta.
You had a couple that were decent, but
you know what this means?
I wasn't impressed with any of them at all in the ring. At that time, Dolph Ziggler, Kenny Dykstra, they got better.
Shoulder up.
I thought for sure he was done.
Yeah, that's like I said. Dolph got better. Kenny Dykstra did pretty decent afterwards. But overall, they sucked.
Brock's got this in hand. 2.
Number 17 is another great gimmick. That's Eva Marie.
I don't know how someone kicks out of that. I don't know how you can still be standing.
And Brock is bewildered. Brock has no clue how that just happened.
Yeah, I think I actually have that box set, Froggy. I'm about to look.
Oh my, what a splash!
And I think it is clear that Brock Lesnar is feeling the physicality.
The career of Eva Marie was met with a lot of controversy. Many fans despise her because the company pushed her hard despite having almost no in-ring skill. Eva was sent back down to NXT and returned following the brand split with a new great gimmick. The character she portrayed was always too important to show up for a match. However, rare times Eva made her way to the ring, ended with the match being canceled due to a wardrobe malfunction. It was an entertaining gimmick with a great heel potential, ended early due to a wellness policy violation.
Able to reverse that one. Lesnar with a waist.
Bad gimmick. We have Natalia.
This is where Brock Lesnar is at home.
She received a comedic gimmick aligned with the Great Khali.
The WWE Universe
Bad enough being paired with the worst wrestler on the roster. The new character was someone that passed gas quite often. Thankfully, a change for the women's division allowed Natalia to save her career from moments like this.
That's how you dominate your opponent.
And the damage must be mounting on the torso to this point.
We have another great gimmick.
Detrimental than the last.
Bad wrestler with the Great Khali.
But
I don't think much more needs to be said.
now going to drag their opponent toward the corner. Have to wonder what they have in store.
14.
Up to the second row. That's his go-to
I really
move.
don't know. This is great gimmick. This is supposed to be a great gimmick. The bad wrestler, Papa Shango. Charles Wright remembered for the Godfather character.
Always interesting
that
to
got
see
him
what kind
success
of
in the
matchups we
Attitude
get in
Era.
tournament action.
But they had quite a few different, gimmicks before that and everything. One of the more interesting characters was Papa Shango. Combination just didn't work out, and WWE started moving forward with other gimmicks for him. I argue that he wasn't a bad wrestler. And when Archer gets back, we'll see what he has to say about it.
Tonight. I am awestruck, gentlemen. We just
Hey,
witnessed
Woozy, how's it
another
going?
human being overcome the beast incarnate.
So,
I brought you a tea. I brought Archer coffee.
well, thank you.
You're welcome. Because I knew you guys were thirsty.
So for number 13, we have a bad gimmick with Paul Burchill. And I actually agree with this. Paul Burchill had the skill, had the talent, but his gimmick was entertaining for a short time.
I have returned, and holy hell, I see Big Bubba Bruno beat the Beast Incarnate and moves on to the semifinals. Congratulations to Team Soul members. That is amazing. Big Bubba Bruno's been on a roll himself as of late, so not so surprising, but at the same time a little surprising because, I did see some of the match, and he dominated Brock Lesnar.
Oh, yeah.
That was crazy, right?
So,
I brought you a coffee because I was at the concession stands.
I appreciate that. Fantastic.
And I got granola tea.
Ooh, what kind of tea did you get, Granola?
Sweet tea, of course.
Sweet tea. Oh, nice. All right, I'll issue the payout for that. So Big Bubba Bruno was the victor, moves on to the semifinals. Now, who moves on to face Big Bubba Bruno?
So, hey Archer, here's what you've missed.
Okay.
Bad gimmick, Spirit Squad.
Oh, good God.
I argue that they weren't great wrestlers either.
Well, one of them was.
Yeah, Dolph Ziggler and then Kenny Dykstra became decent.
Yes.
But, for the most part...
Well, Dolph Ziggler is one of the best, but
yeah. But
now...
For the most part, for the most part, bad wrestlers, bad gimmick.
Yeah. Agreed.
17, great gimmick, Eva Marie.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Betting lines are now open. You have 5 minutes to make your bets. Who moves on to face BB King, Big Bubba Bruno? Is it going to be Roman Reigns, the head of the table? Or Youngblood Graves representing the coalition? We're going to find out. It is showtime and go time. Final match in the quarterfinals. Let's go.
All right, so number 16 was with a bad gimmick with Natalya. And they're specifically pointing the gimmick where she was partnered with Great Khali.
Oh, yes, I do remember that. That was ghastly. I didn't understand the pairing. I didn't understand what they were trying to work. I didn't get the entire...
I'm not sure what the gas had to do with it.
Yeah, I don't know.
And number 15 was a great gimmick with the Great Khali. Now, here's one of the ones I definitely wanted your opinion on. It says a great gimmick, bad wrestler. Okay? Papa Shango.
Papa Shango was a great gimmick, but they didn't, for some reason or another, even in the time period, didn't handle it correctly.
Yeah, but they're saying Charles Wright was a bad wrestler.
I don't know if he was a bad wrestler. maybe as Papa Shango for that gimmick. I mean, when he was Kama Mustafa or when he was the Godfather, he displayed good wrestling ability many times.
Yeah. The thing is, even in their comment, they don't say anything about his wrestling, but they say this combination just didn't work out. You know?
Yeah, for Papa Shango, yeah. I mean,
yeah, you know,
yeah.
It was. I would say that's more just wrong gimmick for that particular wrestler.
But I did like Papa Shango, though.
Oh yes, you know.
Making his way to the ring.
And then number 13, the last one that was done before you got back, Paul Burchill, bad gimmick.
Weighing in at 265.
Yeah.
And I totally agreed with that one. You know, it was entertaining for a very short time.
One of the workhorses of WWE proudly feels that he carries this business on.
I mean, I don't know. I don't remember when it was good at all. So.
Well, Roman has that swagger. Roman has that
for number 12, again, I have an issue.
To the entire
it's a great gimmick,
WWE.
And I agree with it being a great gimmick.
You can stop me.
Lex Luger.
Try.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yo, Dempsey, thank you for the follow. Welcome into episode number 363 at the Archiverse. It's a special event this evening. For the very first time since the Archiverse 1.0, which is almost 2 years ago, we have the Archiverse World Television Championship at a Gold Rush tournament. Right now, we're in the final matchup of the quarterfinals. We have Youngblood Graves from Team 1 Woozy TV, who's actually on the broadcast right now. Woozy, if you want to.
Hello.
And he is facing the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, for the chance to move on to face Big Bubba Bruno in the semi-finals of the tournament. So welcome on in. It's an exciting evening. Appreciate the follow. Hope you have a good time and enjoy the informative information that, of course, the great Granola is dishing out this evening.
Yeah, and hey, Locke, the title is great. 15 great wrestling gimmicks given to poor wrestlers, and 10 bad gimmicks given to great wrestlers. So they are saying that Papa Shango was a poor wrestler.
Representing the coalition.
Yeah, see, I don't agree with that, but I mean, he didn't display a whole lot of great wrestling as Papa Shango, I suppose, but, you know. I don't think, if I'm not mistaken, though, Charles Wright was not overly fond of the Papa Shango gimmick anyways.
That I don't know. Yeah. Number 12 was Lex Luger. Now
they dropped the ball big time on the Lex Luger gimmick. Like, as far as that goes,
they say it was a great gimmick. So they're saying Lex Luger was a poor wrestler.
Well, no, he was definitely not a poor wrestler. But I mean, when he first came in as the narcissist, Lex Luger, it was entertaining, it was good. But then they slowly pushed him into a babyface role, and there was the whole Lex Express thing, and then he never even ended up getting the championship. I mean, it was just a terrible. And of course, he ended up going back to WCW. So I mean,
I mean, they actually have this. Both gimmicks were great on paper, but Luger's lack of skills hurt him.
Interesting.
Yeah, in the beginning of the first piece of that, they said Luger had already achieved great success in NWA and WCW.
Yeah, that's crazy. To put lack of skill and Lex Luger in the same sentence is just odd to me. I mean, are they actually pro wrestling fans, or did they see a highlight of a bad match that they happen to, I don't know. That's weird for me.
Another great gimmick, poor wrestler.
Enough already.
Ted DiBiase Jr.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I can agree with.
Yeah, he was definitely a failed experiment.
Yeah.
Ooh, what a damaging blow.
Bad gimmick, great wrestler, Kerwin White.
Boom, what a punch.
Again, I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Cracked around into a neck breaker.
What's the biggest obstacle to overcome in a match like this?
Your own self-doubt.
Number 9, great gimmick, poor wrestler.
Meet the moment, and many superstars can't handle that. It's important to stay the course and not
Gangrel?
get lost in the lights.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't disagree.
Right to the back of the neck. What a blow. Good night.
Number 8, great gimmick, poor wrestler, and from everything I've heard, he was a botch factory. Hiding right.
Oh, good God.
Oh, yes, he definitely was.
Targeting the shoulder with the club. Escape and a takedown.
Huggy says Ted DiBiase Jr. You mean Cameron Grimes? Man, did they ever drop the ball quick with that, eh? I mean, they have him win the $1 million championship, but then they just drop the whole thing. I mean, it was just so stupid.
Somehow, some way.
I thought they were going to do something decent with that $1 million championship again, finally, and they just botched the whole thing.
Reverses direction and nails the splash.
Okay, here's another one that Archer knows my feelings about this guy so beautifully. After I've mentioned it many times. Bad gimmick, Lance Storm.
That got robbed at the fence.
The gimmick they're talking about was when they tried to make him into a party animal, ladies' man, hanging out with Val Venus.
Yeah, so you have to have at least a little bit of charisma or, you know,
Each superstar trying to stay
to pull a gimmick like that off. He did not have that. If you remember who Lance Storm was, you know, there was no happy Lance Storm. There was just Lance Storm.
Into the corner he goes.
Yeah.
A perfectly placed
Lance Storm sad, Lance Storm happy, Lance Storm angry, Lance Storm excited, all the same, right? All the same. But good God, was he good in the ring?
I take nothing away from his skill in the ring, but the man had less charisma than a great.
How much punishment can he take?
Punisher says Lance looking like Public Enemy.
The guillotine locked in. This is all.
That was an incredible counter.
Number 6, great gimmick,
Position to be in right now.
Hulk Hogan. And they are talking the Hulkamania Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Producing a trampling. Oh, right in there.
So, I mean, there's not much,
Saw it coming and got out of there.
I don't think there's much to say on that one.
Board buster.
Nothing to say.
Up to the top rope
You know,
now.
because unfortunately it wasn't the
Setting up again.
greatest wrestler.
No, he wasn't. I mean, prior to the Hulkamania gimmick, like the Hulkster gimmick, when he was Terry Bollea or whatever else, he had many matches where he, you know, displayed excellent wrestling skills, but I mean, he eventually just turned into the hulking brute, right? So, I mean, clothesline, leg drops, some punches. I mean, there was not a whole lot to his repertoire at that point. So, you can't really argue it, right?
But he could work a crowd like nobody else.
Yes, absolutely.
Was able to momentarily stop the bleeding, but can he take control of this match?
Now,
So-
this list is not only that, you know, so messed up with some of the people, you know, they're talking about. It ends there at 6 out of 25.
And this might not have a place.
Yeah, he was at that point, Joe Link, yeah. I mean, if you go back to his early days, not so much. I mean, he definitely was a bruiser then too, but he actually could mix it up in the ring as well when he was younger. But
Reigns averts the attack.
Reigns connects with a clothesline.
How in the world do these superstars?
Hogan is as stale as a 4-month potato chip when it came to actual wrestling. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the way it ended up, yeah.
Roman Reigns in a tough spot. Yeah, he's got to
But
dig deep and
unfortunately, I
find
can't
another
finish the
win if
list
he wants to
because
stay
it doesn't
in
have a
this.
finish.
Sidewalk slam.
There's still 5 more spaces.
And they're not there.
No. So next thing is
That is ghastly.
Condition if WWE is going to turn him heel. Read next.
Again, the torso
Wow.
for the entire
Make them up.
dramatically
Make them up.
Oh well.
Who can we think of?
Great gimmicks or bad gimmicks, but good wrestlers.
beat down on the big dog.
Well, one that
Rose being
honestly,
picked
and I
apart.
think he was on another list I saw
And returning to the ring.
for something else, but was Malenko.
Oh man.
Dean Malenko, yeah. Great wrestler, terrible gimmick.
And he heads out of the ring.
Just wasn't able to pull it off.
No worries.
Well, I'll just go right into this other list I had.
He steps foot in the
10
ring
wrestlers
again.
that had a good gimmick in WCW, but a bad one in WWE.
Ooh, nice. I like it.
That kind of fits right in with
He knew
that.
what was coming.
Oh, yeah, I'm game.
All right, this is off the Sportster,
Snapmare.
published yesterday by Aiden Pina.
It's a
Number 10
fresh article, too. Nice.
Yeah. Number 10 is Conan.
The guillotine is locked in tight.
Forces his opponent to
Yeah.
tap out.
He was a huge name with WCW.
Youngblood Graves just tapped out. It is 1-0 for Roman Reigns.
Come on, Graves.
But, when he joined the NWO, he shined in a stable full of big-name superstars like Kevin Nash and Scott
Just in
Hall.
case the first
That's
one
true.
didn't hurt, there's
You know,
another.
he really did. His entire, actually, the way they put this, his entire gimmick in WCW was just an elevated version of himself.
Into this very dangerous situation.
Ooh, Youngblood just tied it up 1-1 with a pinfall on Roman Reigns. Man, this is getting interesting. This is getting interesting.
Eyes in complete control. Tap out.
Oh no, Roman Reigns tapped out Youngblood with a neck crank.
Fuck you,
Wow, a standing neck crank. That is crazy right there. That is right up there with a hammerlock. Yeah, right? Right? That might be worse. That might be worse. I mean, at least the hammerlock worked because you guys, I mean, Alan Severn and Christian Hart had wrestled for like, I don't know, an hour or something like that. I mean, it was a crazy matchup. Yeah, it might have been over. Yeah, exactly. And so at that point, you know, you pull on a pinky finger and you might get somebody to tap out. But I mean, Youngblood Graves just got neck cranked.
Just an unbelievable win here.
I mean, wow. I did not expect that. So Roman Reigns moves on to face Big Bubba Bruno in the semifinals.
That'll
Wow.
put money on Graves.
Right? Apparently. I mean, I thought he was gonna win. I'm sorry. He's part of the coalition, damn it. I gotta vote with my boys. Unfortunately, my boy wasn't able to fulfill his obligation against Roman Reigns tonight, but he has beat Roman Reigns before, though, to his defense.
I think he took a page out of Archer's book.
Ouch! How dare you, sir? Ghastly. All right, so I'll issue the payout for that.
All right, number 9 on this list, I completely agree with. There was 2 gimmicks in WWE, and both of them sucked.
I'm going to be one moment.
Okay. But it was Diamond Dallas Page. Yeah. In WCW, I mean, the man was great. And, was one of the few to make the jump to WWE. And then they debuted him as Undertaker's wife's stalker. And then after that, they went to that motivational speaker that was just horrendous. The only good part about it was you got it's me, it's DDP. So,
all right, I'm back.
Alrighty, and I just said it was the one you missed was DDP.
DDP.
They totally deserves to be on this list.
Yeah.
Number 8 is Dean Malenko. Yeah. But along with being poorly booked, he had a horrible ladies' man gimmick that did not fit Malenko. Which is true. I mean, so for number 7, Juventud Guerrero.
I mean, I thought he was a great wrestler.
Oh yeah.
The only thing is he did too much high flying, and that's why he got hurt all the time. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, Punisher, Malenko was the man with 1,000 holds, but doesn't know how to smile. That is correct. A lot like Lance Storm in that aspect. They had zero. They definitely they needed schooling in charismatic ways. That's for sure.
I think Malenko had maybe a 5 in charisma, where Lance Storm had 0. You know.
Okay, fair enough.
You know,
you're probably not wrong about that.
You know, now I'm going on a 100 scale.
All right, here we go. I'm opening the betting lines right now. So you have 5 minutes to make your bets. Who do you think is moving on to the tournament finals? Is it going to be Black Machismo, Jay Lethal, or The Fiend? We're going to find out right now. It is showtime and go time. Let's go. First match of the semifinals.
Now, this one, I'm going to specify before I say the name that they're talking about his first WWF character, not his later work, because I want to protect my ears when I say the name from Archer. Ron Simmons.
So what are they suggesting here about Ron Simmons is what I want to know.
The very first gimmick he had, where he was a manager for Sonny.
Ah, yes.
And he wore a gladiator suit.
He did.
You know, that's why I want to specify, though, that it was his first gimmick, not...
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess you can't really argue that one. I mean, it was weird, wasn't it?
To quote you, Archer, it was ghastly.
It was. I mean, I didn't understand the gladiator suit. It made really no sense to me. Especially do you remember the storyline that he came in on?
No, I don't.
Okay, you're gonna have to look that up, and then even you're gonna wonder about the gladiator suit. You know, you weren't wrong, and that's what it looked like.
What does Ron Simmons have in his inbox?
Spam! Oh, that is ghastly. Somebody AKO Foggy Moth Legs, please.
Oh, that was great. I love it.
Where's Woozy? He hasn't AKO'd anybody yet.
No, I have not. I have to go lay down.
You have to go lay down? Alright, have a good night, Woozy.
Have a good one, Woozy.
Everyone in this match is competing at
Okay,
such
we're
a
just
high
going
level.
through this here.
I predict one of the most competitive
Simmons,
matches we've seen.
Woozy has left the building.
Debut.
With only 2 matches left. Ghastly.
This is a match he's craved for quite some time.
Well, 3, I guess.
Raring to go.
Oh, let's see here.
Woozy is off to Lurkland.
Was that his first gimmick? Was that of Farouk Assad, a gladiator who wore a black and blue gladiator outfit with a misshaped helmet and was managed by Sonny. Started his first feud with Ahmed Johnson after shortening his ring name to Farouk. That don't say anything about the storyline he'd come in on, does it?
Not really, no.
See what else we find here.
Helmet was crazy, eh? I mean...
Yeah. Again, pretty much the same as there. I'm not seeing anything about his the storyline.
Yeah, maybe they're just trying to bury it under the rug. I mean, could you blame them?
No. So, but yeah, as soon as I saw that, I knew I was going to have to say something ahead of time because I didn't want to blow my ears out. You know. Number 5, Canyon.
Yeah.
You know. So, again, I don't have a real disagreement.
No, I don't have a disagreement with that.
Now this one, I don't know. X-Pac. Before he was X-Pac, he was the 1, 2, 3
1, 2, 3 kid, yeah. And then he was 6.
Yeah, which is when he went to WCW. He became 6.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
6-Pac.
They say the kid gimmick did little to move the bar for the future Hall of Famer. Yeah, I didn't get to see him that much, you know, as the 1, 2, 3 kid.
Yeah, no, I mean, that gimmick wasn't going too much further than it already had. I mean, it was fun for a while. He beat Razor Ramon. I mean, but, I mean, it wasn't going to take him any farther.
All right. Number 3, Jeff Jarrett.
Froggy Mothleg says, I was deeply annoyed by the big dog era of Reigns. I'm thrilled that they finally turned him heel. Yeah, I mean, I think we all were deeply annoyed by the big dog era, to be fair. I know I was. I was right there with you.
There's only one biggest dog in the yard, and that's The Undertaker.
The real big dog in the yard.
There's a lot on the line in this semifinals match. These superstars.
I mean, in his prime, Roman Reigns couldn't hold The Undertaker's jockstrap.
These competitors can taste it.
To be fair.
Some serious motivation for them to give this fight their all.
All right, here. Number 2, and again, I'm not sure.
Able to get out of the way.
Terry Funk. They're saying the Chainsaw Charlie gimmick was not that good.
No, it wasn't.
Strategy is certainly important in a 2 out of 3 falls match.
I mean, it's funny because I remember when I was younger, I heard all about it, and it was raved about, and then you finally, you know, got to see matches involving Chainsaw Charlie. Then, of course, it came into the WWF at the time, and no, it wasn't. But then again, it wasn't well executed or well written either, so.
And number 1, Hollywood Hogan. And they're talking about the Mr. America gimmick.
Ah, yeah. I mean, Mr. America. That whole thing was nuts.
The U-turn he needed in this match could have been right there.
So, that overall, not a bad list. You know, I had a
there it is. The mandible claw.
few, you know, a little bit, but yeah, overall, not a bad list.
What the fuck? He was pinning him with the mandible claw still. I've never seen him do that before. Wow, the Fiend is all over Jay Lethal right now. Lethal's in big trouble here with the Fiend. World champion stalking him. And I'd say like a demon in the nights, but that's kind of like just cliche, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe.
Ooh, Lethal kicked out still. Wow.
Just how much pain is he willing to endure in this match?
And you can sense the desperation mounting as that last move couldn't finish things.
Lethal just can't seem to, you know, gain momentum and keep it shifted in his direction, and the Fiend just keeps countering him.
Incredible power slam.
Well, I'll give you guys the choice. Do you want one more list?
Yeah, we do. But we want something unique. What can we find that's like a unique idea for a list?
How about 10 wrestlers with the most gimmicks?
10 wrestlers with the most gimmicks? Oh, that's interesting. I mean, people could learn a lot from that, so that's a great idea. Because there's a lot of wrestlers that have had different gimmicks throughout different promotions. So hell yeah, that's a great idea.
This was June 27th, 2017. It was an older list. It's from WhatCulture.com, written by Glenn Dallas.
Let's have at her.
All right, number 10, Kevin Sullivan with 10 gimmicks.
Hold on 1 second. Before you get there, Froggy Mothlegs has something you can look up for later. A cool list, gimmicks stolen from comic books. That could be fun. So bring that up for next, yeah. Bring that up for next, I said. That's great English.
A point where these superstars must be hurt, must be vulnerable.
All right, 8 wrestlers with gimmicks ripped off for comics.
The WWE Universe is on its feet, and deservedly so. These superstars.
All right, so there's another list for when you're done. The one you just found.
Yep. We'll see how.
Whoa! Big diving elbow from Jay Lethal. Black Machismo. Wow! Picked up a pinfall, 1-0 for Jay Lethal, guys.
All right. So best known by modern fans for his cartoonish run as the Taskmaster in the Dungeon of Doom stable during Hulk Hogan's initial babyface run in WCW. Kevin Sullivan's career spanned decades, from wrestler to booker and back again. Early days, you can find him wrestling under names like Johnny West or Kevin Caldwell. By the time he started making appearances in Eddie Graham's Championship Wrestling from Florida, he was the Boston Battler, the Game Master, the Masked Lucifer, the Satanist, the Master.
Scoop slam sets things up.
It was Jim Crockett Promotions in WCW where he found the most success.
Yeah.
Under his own name.
Even count the 3?
He did.
So for number 9, and I haven't even looked at this list, so I have no idea. But Barry Darsow with 10.
All right, Punisher, thanks for being here. We appreciate you anytime you can stop by. Thank you very much for your support and your friendship. And we'll see you for the next show. I mean, maybe we'll see you tomorrow night. Who knows? Tomorrow night, TWA Wrestle Kingdom, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, we're going to be back on the road to Fall Brawl. It's only 2 weeks away, so shit is about to hit the fan.
Oh, no. Getting in position. What's he planning to do
so
here?
That may not immediately ring a bell, but if you heard Repo Man or Smash from
Jay Lethal just tapped out.
Here he goes for the win.
Uh-oh. No way! The Fiend just took out Jay Lethal 2 falls straight. Although I guess after receiving the mandible claw, you're probably not feeling up to par, I guess, are you? Especially after you already went through a grueling first match in the quarterfinals. But so the Fiend moving on to the tournament finals. Good God. I mean, he's already won the World Heavyweight Championship tonight. He really does want that World Television Championship. I mean, it is a sought-after title. It is one of the most prestigious titles ever in the Archiverse history, is the World Television Championship. Almost as prestigious as the World Heavyweight title, and he could end up holding both. That would be crazy.
Here is your winner.
Oh, yeah. So, so we have 2 with one with Repo Man, 1 with Smash. Then,
he is not messing around.
Before his days with Vince McMahon, he toured. Before his days in Vince McMahon's traveling circus.
It kind of was at one point, right? I mean,
yeah, I guess.
I mean, that is where wrestling became famous, was under the big tops.
He toured the territories as Sarmongo, Crusher Darso, and Crusher's Cruise Chef. In WCW, he wrestled under his own name for a short time before becoming Blacktop Bully. Oddly enough, he would also spend time in WCW with 2 villainous golfer gimmicks, Mr. Hole-in-One and Putting Barry Darso. Alrighty.
Alright, guys. Who moves on to face the Fiend? Big Baba Bruno or Roman Reigns? Betting lines are open, and it is showtime and go time for the final match of the semifinals. Let's go.
All right, here's number 8 with 10 gimmicks. Charles Wright. His earliest gimmick was the Soul Taker, which is what garnered the attention of WWF. During his tenure with the company, he would put a tremendous amount of time and energy employing 6 different gimmicks.
Yeah.
He worked house shows as Sir Charles, then became Papa Shango.
Sir Charles. I actually didn't know that one. That's the first time I've heard that one. That is hilarious.
After Papa Shango, he became Kama.
Yeah, Kama Mustafa, the fighting machine.
Yep. Well, he'd evolved that character into Kama Mustafa, so it's 2 separate.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Then, of course, he became his most famous gimmick, the Godfather. I like the comment here. Pippin ain't easy, but neither is keeping track of all these characters.
Right? He had a couple.
After a brief run with the right to censor, we show him become the Godfather. Or the Good Father.
The Good Father. I hated that. I hated that.
Yeah, I did too. Also spent some time in the Indies as Rocky Las Vegas, Baron Samedi, and Pimp Father.
From Kingston, Jamaica, weighing in at 444 pounds, the Internet
So, number 7.
Extreme Champion, King
Melissa Anderson with 11.
11? Good God. I gotta hear this.
It's okay. Other than a tryout match on WWE Heat in 2006, all of Melissa Anderson's work has been outside the biggest company in the land. Hasn't stopped her from racking up an impressive list of championships and gimmicks across the Indies. Angelica, Melissa, Wildfire, Milicia, Miss Spartan, Sheila Cardinal, Melissa Anderson. Those names might not mean anything to you. But if you're a TNA fan, you know her as Rasha Saeed or as the future legend Alyssa Flash.
The big dog is
if you enjoy Lucha Underground, you know her as the Mariposa. And to virtually everyone else, she's cheerleader Melissa, one of the premier women's wrestlers in the world, most notably for Chick Fight and Shimmer. There have been plenty of names she's wrestled under different gimmicks in the same night.
That's crazy. But I mean, not unheard of though. I mean, other people have done it, so.
Dustin Runnels is number 6 with 11.
Representing the Blood Brothers from Pensacola, Florida, weighing in at 200.
He's wrestled under his own name, and as Dustin Rhodes, as Dusty Rhodes Jr., as the natural Dustin Rhodes, like the American Nightmare Dustin Rhodes, a nickname put to much better use by his brother Cody these days, and the Lone Star Dustin Rhodes.
Was never fully accepted.
Oddly enough, until he doused himself in gold paint and became Gold Dust, would find his place in the wrestling business. A brief run as the artist formerly known as Gold Dust. Then some time in the Indies as Gold Dustin before turning up in WCW and TNA. In WCW, he was 7.
At his table.
And
WWE Universe
TNA, he became Black Rain. Which actually I kind of liked Black Rain.
I was going to say, I actually liked that. I thought they did a good job with that.
So, I'm looking forward to, okay, number 5 is Sean Waltman.
Sean Waltman. X-Pac.
Yeah, the man so disliked in the 2000s that the term X-Pac Heat was coined.
Roman Reigns.
Gimmick changes have been part of his character since his earliest days in WWF. He was hired to the company after a turn as the Lightning Kid, then embarked on his faux jobber run as the Kamikaze Kid, the Cannonball Kid, the Kid, before becoming 1-2-3 Kid.
Has to head back to the locker room.
Then he became 6 in WCW.
How clever was that?
Foot just stomping down.
Well, because not only was he the 6th member of the NWO, but it was his 6th gimmick.
But he won't like what's coming next.
And it was 1 + 2 + 3.
Oh, man,
yeah.
big time.
You know,
it fit like a glove.
And then he was sidelined with a neck injury and ended up being fired by Eric Bischoff via Federal Express.
Defiant counter to Reigns.
But he returned to WWF, became X-Pac.
I don't know if this is a good idea.
In TNA, he was known as Six-Pac.
Yeah.
Wrestling Society X, it was Six-Pac with the number 6.
Ooh, hello.
In other indie promotions, it was X or Shawn Waltman.
Looking worse for wear in the corner now.
So, number 4. Holy crap. Glenn Jacobs with 12.
Chinlock, and now just rapid fire punches. Will this be
the big red monster.
You go from Isaac Yankem DDS and the fake Diesel to Kane.
Striking.
But he had 7 other gimmicks before he ever drilled his first 2 in WWF. He was Angus King, Doomsday, the Christmas Creature.
Christmas Creature?
He went under his own name as Bruiser Mastino in a single match for WCW. In Smoky Mountain Wrestling, he went by Unabomb.
Elbow drop. He's feeling the effects of that last hit.
Which is what he... then after time as Mike Unabomb. He stumbled into WWF with the fake Diesel.
And he goes into the ring.
Okay, that brings him to 10 gimmicks, but I would argue the original Kane, the unmasked Kane, and corporate Kane are 3 separate characters.
Look at this! Is right.
Well, they were.
Yeah.
But you really want to push that, that line.
That's what they're saying, but that's how they're getting 12.
Yeah.
Almost inhuman at this point.
So, number 3. Let's make sure. Let's see what we got here. Monty Sop with 15 plus.
Sorry, who again?
Monty Sop.
Oh, okay.
Making it out. A kick out and Reigns is
Monty
still
Sop.
in
No
there.
wonder wrestlers don't use their real names.
Right?
He started out as Billy Gunn. He was then repackaged as Rockabilly.
Escape and a takedown. Saw that coming.
Which then he became Badass Billy Gunn.
Big counter from
Mr.
Reigns.
Ass, Billy G, the G-Man, the one Billy Gunn.
Well scouted they each are.
The G-Man. I like that one.
Yeah.
I don't think I heard the G-Man before, but that is hilarious.
Superman punch. That should do it.
And I'm going to be a moment again. I'll be right back.
Kip James.
He gets the fall.
The New Age Outlaw and the Outlaw. The Megastar, Cute Kip.
That'll turn your lights out.
In the indie, he also has a plethora of names like Kip Gunn, Kip Sop, Kip Montana, Kip Winchester.
Reigns put his stamp on this one.
All right, number 2.
The cover.
Ed Leslie.
And he's still in the game.
Unbelievable presence of mind.
I thought he was unconscious.
All right, better known as Bruce the Barber Beefcake.
Opponent than usual tonight.
Oh, look at the start of this. Could be going into the play.
Dizzy Hogan, Brute Force, Brother Broody, Butcher, Man with No Name, Zodiac, Booty Man, Disciple.
Oh, watch this display of power.
He has 18...
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
They don't go any further with that, but they say he has 18 verifiable gimmicks, plus a few more rumored of. That was Ed Leslie or Bruce Barber Beefcake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they don't list all of them.
It says, did I hear Booty Man?
Oh, yes. It was mentioned.
Getting that shoulder up now is huge.
And number 1,
in an unusual spot here.
Stanley Frazier with 23.
23? Wow. That's crazy. It is 1-0 in favor of Roman Reigns. That is correct, Joe Link. Thank you for the update.
What a battle we are
So we've got.
We're at a stage where someone's going to have to
they
shift
mentioned here
into
now
another gear.
Uncle Elmer,
But
but
he keeps his focus on an attack to that area.
the Convict,
Big counter from Reigns.
Pascagoula Plowboy, Giant Rebel, Giant Hillbilly,
Bang
Tiny
it back with
Frazier.
their own counter. What a punch.
Then McMahon gave him the
Got him set
gimmick
up in the
Uncle
corner of the
Elmer.
ring.
Outside of WWF, Frazier would rack up an amazing 23 gimmicks. Then I can verify there may be more. Big Tex, Kong Gorilla, Ed Younger, Giant Hillbilly Elmer, Kamala 2, the American Giant.
Kamala 2, the American Giant. It is now 1-1. Big Bubba Bruno just about deflated the lungs of Roman Reigns right there. Oh shit, look at this. Big Bubba Bruno's going upstairs. Oh, Roman Reigns got into there just in time. He just became a human pancake. Oh, now he's got a guillotine locked in. That is locked in tight.
We're hearing a snap.
Bruno's fighting it though.
And he releases the hold.
Wow, Bruno fought out of that.
So, well, that was messed up list.
That was a messed up list. I'm interested to see the, Froggy Mothleg's request of comic book wrestlers.
Yep. 8 wrestlers with gimmicks ripped off from comics.
Why are they ripping us off too? How dare they?
This is coming from whatculture.com again.
And now he's really
from
falling behind.
Jamie Kennedy.
He's got to boost up his levels of aggression
June
at this
15th,
point.
2018.
Right back.
Kick to the gut.
All right.
So,
Boom. DDT.
Peyton Royce is ripping off Poison Ivy. I'm not familiar with her really.
Is there not any information there for you to read?
After debuting on NXT early 2015 as a jobber named Casey Cassidy, again, don't know who she is, took Peyton Royce a few months to find her feet in WWE. When she turned heel, she was off to the races, but it wasn't part of the iconic duo that Royce found her feet as a character. She was a Poison Ivy-inspired Queen of Seduction first. It was a shame she didn't get to fully develop this gimmick before linking up with Billy Kay as the future Iconics. Her interests in the fact she carried a flower to the ring were definitely inspired by Ivy's intrinsic connection to the plants.
Big Bubba Bruno has done it. He has just defeated Roman Reigns and moves on to face The Fiend in the tournament finals. Now the question is, who is going to earn the right to fight the reigning defending champion from Team Joe Link, the Phenom Joe Lincoln? The Samoan Lion or The Fiend? Wow.
So, which YouTube championship are you wanting, KOP?
Yeah, I need to know which champion you're chasing here. Otherwise, I'll just choose one for you. But YouTube championships are, of course, part of the YouTube league. Just because your attendance has been a bit spotty lately, so I don't know what you do and don't know about the YouTube development league. But it is, of course, separate from the regular season, and it is where we build our storylines and our angles and debut new superstars and have great matches. But North American Championship, okay.
North America.
Alright, so I'll issue the payment for that. It is Youngblood Graves is the North American champion, yep. I'm sure Woozy will be elated that you've challenged him. Yo, France with 2 L's, did you see your championship matchup today in the YouTube League, my friend? You were involved in the very first ever No Way Out Fatal 4 Eliminator. And you defended that championship title belt in the matchup. It was a great match. If you haven't seen it, you're going to have to check that out. Alright, so Big Bubba Bruno is your winner. And I'll get the betting lines open for the tournament final. So, who moves on to face Joe Lincoln?
Alrighty.
Is it going to be The Fiend? Oh. Or is it going to be Big Bubba Bruno?
And hello, France. And by the way, hello, King KOP.
Alright, you got 5 minutes to make your bets.
Alright.
And there we go. Betting lines are open. And we're going to get the next match on the go right now.
Number 7 is Alexa Bliss. inspired by Harlequin. Or Harley Quinn. And I can see that, you know. It was Quinn back, or let's suppose at Backlash 2016. But Alexa's twisted character emulated the Joker's psychotic girlfriend.
Yeah. It's funny you said Harlequin. I was thinking, man, I don't think that she was pulling that gimmick off very well, if that's what she was going for, because there was nothing romantic about that. Harlequin, of course, romantic novels for teen girls, right?
Oh yeah, that's why. It's just my brain went, you know, that pronunciation rather than Harley Quinn. Yeah. Arachnoman is a blatant ripoff of Spider-Man. I'm sorry.
Oh, for sure.
You know. Yeah. That was Brad Armstrong, the brother of the Road Dogg, you know, comes from a great wrestling family, and she says, was an attempt from the WCW creative team to create kid-friendly characters, only succeeded in making Brad a solid in-ring worker look like a total goof. Yeah. Plus, Marvel threatened to sue.
They like to do that.
Number 5, Hulk Hogan, the Incredible Hulk.
I mean, okay. I don't see how that rips off the Incredible Hulk, other than the name Hulk. But I mean, if you're gonna go that far, the word Hulk already existed. So I mean,
yeah, Hulk, a placid, easygoing man away from the ring who hulks up when provoked. You know,
that to me does not describe the Incredible Hulk. And let's be honest here, he was not green.
But it also says check any Hogan WWF merchandise for proof, and you'll see some Marvel branding on there. That's because they believe Hulk's famous characterization was too close to the Incredible Hulk character.
Wow, I never noticed that before. I'll have to check that out now.
I will too. Yeah.
Yeah, I never noticed that before, so I will definitely have to now. I mean, I don't know. Okay, I guess that's just the mindset of the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see this one. Finn Balor's Demon is ripping off Venom, and I mean it's. You can actually, they have a picture side by side here. Granted, you guys can't see it. But yeah, the way that tongue comes down between the teeth and all that, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Blatant. Okay, number 3. CM Punk, Anarchy. Anarchy originally introduced to Batman fans as young Lonnie Matchin. Character compelled to tear down authority and improve social conditions as a result. I don't know.
That seems like a grasp at straws to me.
Yeah. I'll just go ahead and read this. I don't like reading them verbatim, but Anarchy is one of DC's most underrated yet nonetheless intriguing personalities. In wrestling, there's been nobody closer to Anarchy's mindset than CM Punk. He even pretty much dressed the same at periods in his WWE career. That hood-up entrance, moody, almost sneering and defiant facial expression, and the anarchist symbolism emblazoned across his chest had to be inspired by Manchin's second self. Looking at Punk's rise from cherished indie prodigy to renegade WWE superstar makes it all the more glaring he lifted elements of Anarchy, or was at least inspired by them.
Yeah.
In a bizarre sense, Vince McMahon became akin to how Anarchy viewed Bruce Wayne in the comics. By disrupting an entitled millionaire's plans, Punk talked his way up the ladder and appeared almost as an anti-hero in WWE. I don't know, to me, I think the grasping at straws on that one.
You know, something a little extra special about this tournament finals matchup. This is actually a champion versus champion matchup for a chance to earn another championship. I mean, Big Bubba Bruno, now it is in the YouTube Development League, but he is the Internet Wrestling World Extreme Champion, and he is facing the Archerverse World Heavyweight Champion in The Fiend for a chance to face the Archerverse World Television Champion in The Phenom Joe Lincoln. It's all very intriguing.
And, you know, now it could, though, CM Punk could be inspired by that because he is supposedly a comic book fan.
He is.
You know, so
wrote his own comic books.
Yeah. So I don't, you know, there may be something to that, but it to me seems
as
like
did the Ultimate Warrior.
I didn't know the Warrior wrote his own comics.
He did, yeah.
But number 2, we got the Hurricane ripping off Green Lantern.
Yeah. I mean, who cares? Had to be done.
You know, it kind of works.
I love Hurricane. I don't care. I'm a Hurricane fan.
I do too. I like Sugar Shane Helms in WCW.
Well, yeah, of course.
And I love.
I mean, he was just a great wrestler to begin with. So I mean.
Oh, he was, and he was fun.
He was always fun.
And of course, he gave us.
Oh fuck! Jesus Christ! He landed a big flying body splash right on top of the Fiend there.
Right to the arm. Hyperextend your elbow.
Ouch! Squish.
Well, it's times like this we really find out what the Fiend is made of. I mean, he seems to just absorb everything and somehow use that to energize himself in some demonic manner. I mean, look what he's accomplished tonight.
Torque on the knee and ankle.
Oh yeah.
Now he's been put on the defensive. What an elbow.
But you know, the Hurricane gave us
competitors are usually focused on
the great superhero in training.
The great superhero in training.
It might be beneficial for them to think of it more in line with rounds than one match overall.
How many times can you convince a big man to call himself the shit?
Ahead of themselves.
Right?
Hits him with the counter.
Good chance for him to regain his wits.
Whoa!
Manhandling Mike.
Over the head, belly to belly by the throat. So I guess it's a throaty to throaty. Or a hands to throaty. I don't know, what would you call that? It's supposed to be a belly to belly, but that was a choke slam on over the head.
Yeah.
I don't know.
A belly choke slam.
A belly to belly choke slam, double-handed, overhead, standing vertical, etc., etc. It was badassery. Let's just do that.
Yeah.
Let's just do that.
And okay, yeah, I can see as in some of the later ones. Number 1, Sting, the Crow / the Joker.
Yeah, literally.
You know, later on, yeah, I can see the Joker too. But
later on it was really evident that it was the Joker, but it was the Crow initially, not the Joker. It was the Crow initially.
So, and
that's why I was never a big fan of that version of Sting. I just I was a Brandon Lee fan. I loved the movie, you know.
And I forgot that it was based off a comic book.
Yeah. It was.
So, but that's the 8 wrestlers with gimmicks ripped off from comics.
8 wrestlers ripped off from comics. All right, Froggy, what's next? You got any more requests?
He turns it around. Reversal. Can they?
Ooh, I got one.
Uh-oh.
Top 10 best wrestler action figures. Let's see if there's something with that.
He may be in a bad way here.
That could be fun. We'll see what fans think of wrestling action figures.
10 best WWE action figures ever made.
Nice. Yay! It says ranked.
No problem, Froggy.
Looks like he has his finger on the trigger
now. This is from the Sportster.
Okay.
Robert Perez, published August 11, 2020.
Going to be taking that dirt now.
Number 10, Bret Hart.
Just like that.
Whoa, 1-0 for Big Bubba Bruno, guys. Holy hell.
You can see it in these superstars' faces.
I don't know if I can call this an action figure. Because it don't look like it'll move at all. You know, it's just, it looks like it's molded in one position. Vince McMahon from 1987.
And it's an action figure?
That's what they say, but like I said, it looks like it's just all molded in one shape. You know.
The best one were the rubber ones. Remember the ones that were like a harder rubber? They could bend a little bit, but they were like, they were fantastic. I remember watching a documentary about those. It was quite an ordeal, especially when it came down to different companies wanting to do and create action figures for the WWE, because action figures and merchandise were starting to take off for the company. Anyways, it's something you should look into. It's a good documentary about action figures created for the WWE and WWF at the time, like Hasbro and a few, quite a few others. But
all right, number 8.
Joe Link says, "I've owned rubbers, or I own the rubber ones. I own the rubber ones. I meant to say."
Great Mysterio, great entrances from is number 8, and it's him dressed with the Aztec. Outfit. Number 7, we have Jake the Snake Roberts.
You can see as he rises how
manufactured in 1990.
Oh no, getting in position. What's he planning to do here? Tap out. Do it now. Live to fight another day.
Number 6, WWF Legends Ultimate Warrior.
With that,
look at his figure. He looks great.
Whoa, Jesus, that was close. The Fiend just about took out Big Bubba Bruno. Oh, he's got him with the mandible claw.
He's got the mandible claw.
There it goes.
This could be it. 2.
No way. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the tournament, and moving on to the championship final to face the Phenom, Joe Lincoln.
Just had the pleasure of watching.
The Fiend. This is absolutely absurd. Man wins the 8-man Elimination Royale to become the undisputed Archerverse World Heavyweight Champion. Now he enters the tournament, makes it all the way through for the right to fight the reigning defending World Television Champion. That is crazy. That is crazy.
Wow.
And is Joe Lincoln, is he 100%? Again, I remind everybody, Joe Lincoln formed a tag team earlier today before the challenge of the tournament was presented to him. He formed a tag team with Jay Lethal, who happened to enter the tournament himself, by the way. Happened to enter the tournament himself, did very well as well, by the way, representing the newest tag team on the block, Phenomenally Lethal, the team of Joe Lincoln and Jay Lethal, and they were successful in their debut. It was a fantastic matchup. Again, head over to the Shark Tank and check it out. It was a great match. But yeah, now it is down to the Fiend and Joe Lincoln for the unified Archerverse World Television Championship. This is going to be phenomenal. No pun intended to Team Joe Link.
Yeah. I'm not even going to try to guess this one.
All right, this is going to be interesting, guys.
So, but number 5, we have Trish Stratus, 2009, part of the Classic Superstars line. Number 4, we got Brock Lesnar, 2013. Or no, sorry. Yeah, it was 2013 is when it went up for sale. So. But number 3, John Cena, defining Thugonomics moments.
I loved the Doctor of Thugonomics. That was his best gimmick.
Yeah. Well, they're saying that was the best
That would be a good way to bring him back and win that 17th championship, in my opinion.
Yeah. Number 2, we have Macho Man Randy Savage, Defining Moments, which commemorates his appearance at WrestleMania 7 before facing the Ultimate Warrior.
All right, guys, betting lines are open. It is the main event of the evening. Of course, we might have a match or two in the YouTube Development League, so stay tuned and pay attention to the Archiverse YouTube channel over the Shark Tank, because you might just get a few surprises tonight. You never do know. But it is the main event of the evening, the championship final for the Archiverse Unified World Television Championship. The Phenom, Joe Lincoln from Team Joe Link, defending against The Fiend. And then, of course, we'll see each other tomorrow night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for TWA Wrestle Kingdom. Back on the road to Fall Brawl. It is going to be a fiery road, fiery feuds, raging rivalries. There's going to be some intense battles. It's going to be a great time, so we'll see you then, of course. But enjoy the match, and then we'll invade somebody. I will figure that out right now, but it is showtime and go time. Let's go.
All right, and number 1 on this, best WWE action figures ranked is the 2013 Dead Man, The Undertaker. It's part of Mattel's 23rd edition of Elite Series. It's the flashback version of the Phenom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked everything The Undertaker did. I mean, I thought the way he was able to reinvent himself and continue to keep himself relevant and at the top of his game for so long. Again, I still call bullshit on ending his streak. That's when I started to wonder about the mind of Vince McMahon, is when that happened. I'll be honest.
Whoops. Let me...
All right. Moments away from the first time in almost 2 years since the prestigious Archiverse World Television Championship has been defended in a tournament. And we are going to award it to a victor tonight, whether it be the reigning defending champion from Team Joe Link or the challenger and the reigning defending Archiverse World Heavyweight Champion, The Fiend. Then, Glenola, I see Fantasy Cat is streaming. Isn't that interesting? And for those of you that are thinking, where do I know that name? Fantasy Cat. Well, she is a streamer team here at the Archiverse. Of course, part of one of the greatest women's tag teams in the Archiverse history, the Alliance, with Team Dynamite Jessie Lee, Dynamite Jessie Williams, and, of course, the Vixen villain, Victoria Valiant. And it just so happens to be that Team Fantasy Cat is streaming right now. So I say after this matchup, we invade Team Fantasy Cat and show her a little bit of love. It's been a while. And again, if you're lucky, stay tuned. You just might get some action in the YouTube Development League. I mean, we have one Kevin Sammartino that is requesting a championship matchup against Youngblood Grays for the North American Championship, and who knows what else could take place. There's, of course, over on the Archiverse Discord, an entire section for requesting matchups, so there's matchups there that could take place. There's random matches that pop into mind that could lead to future matchups, rivalries, angles, storylines. I mean, it is fantastic in the YouTube Development League, isn't it, Glenola? It's a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Now, just because it says Development League, it does not mean you're not going to see, your great top superstars perform.
No, exactly.
It's,
is on the line. And title matches like this have a way of getting your blood
but you're also
flowing
seeing these young up-and-comers that are going to be the next wave of the Archiverse.
Yep. The Blind Locksmith says Sammartino doesn't deserve a match. He's like 0-50. Yeah, but he redeemed it, TBS. I have to fulfill the redemption request. You're not wrong, though. Sammartino has struggled lately. Brock Lesnar is the 1 in 21 and 1. That is correct, unfortunately.
Okay. Now, guys, for Froggy and Joe, I did find both lists you've requested. I have them saved, so they will be done on a future episode.
Tomorrow night, TWA Wrestle Kingdom, the Great Lanola will be in the house. If you are not, you miss out.
But I'm going to do one that as soon as I saw it, I just had to do.
Ooh, excellent.
5 wrestlers The Undertaker loves and 5 he hates.
Ooh, let's do it.
This was on Sportster. Published July 3rd, 2020. Roberto Perez. And now, one of them actually mentions has changed a little bit. But number 10, Triple H. He loves Triple H. Let's see. There are 2 fundamental factors in this friendship. First is longevity, as both have been in the WWE world since the last century. The other factor is Triple H's relationship with Stephanie McMahon. As they say, the dead man advised him to do things the right way in regards to her.
A huge opportunity for the champ to prove to everyone that there truly is none better in all of WWE right now.
Number 9, he hates Hulk Hogan.
The champ has never looked more focused, laser focused on the task at hand.
2 different personalities, 2 different fighting styles, 2 eternal rivals. All came about when Hogan faked a neck injury after he received a tombstone from the Phenom. Even Hogan filed a complaint with the board. From that Survivor Series in '91, the Undertaker added Hogan to his blacklist.
Oh shit, boys! Here we go. It is about to go down. They're gonna throw down. Let's go.
And there are some surprises on this list. Number 8, he loves Shane McMahon.
Froggy, no, they actually formed a tag team. Again, there is a matchup over in the YouTube Development League. You can also find out in the Archiverse Discord. You can find all of the YouTube Development League matchups on the Archiverse Discord. And you can see the debut of Phenomenally Lethal.
The boss's son has shown he gets along well with Mark Holloway. He has always expressed his respect both inside and outside the ring. It's become clear they both have a lot in common. In fact, they're both fans of mixed martial arts, among many other things. Friendship can be surprising, since surely many remember that epic battle these two shared in Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania 32, where Taker defeated Shane with an iconic tombstone piledriver. That was a hell of a match. You know, watching Shane do the elbow drop off the top of the cage to the announce table on Taker, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, once the title match is
Number 7, this is where they, actually in the thing said things have changed, but it says he hates Shawn Michaels. Some time ago, you could tell very easily Dead Man couldn't stand Shawn Michaels, couldn't even see him without getting angry, because the mere presence of HBK put him in a bad mood.
The claim was done tonight, but it was a plan, like it was pre-planned. Like I knew he was going to do that claim tonight. So I had already set up the team and put them in the development league.
Vicious right forearm. Thunderous club comes down. Very effective.
Okay. Taker himself said in interviews Michael's rebellious attitude was overwhelming. Several times he had to put him in his place to do his job properly. However, HBK gradually changed that attitude, so this is no longer the case, and they respect each other now.
Take that time between the falls to make necessary
But number 6, he loves Brock Lesnar.
Oh, you are behind the 8 ball. Every move becomes
He still does. Yeah.
And that's where, really, that's not where that laugh I think came from. You know, in the match where the two of them just kept looking at each other.
That was so awkwardly weird that it wasn't funny.
But Brock Lesnar was the man who went down in history after breaking Taker's 21-0 streak. One of the best moments ever. I don't know. I argue that one, but Archer and I have been pretty public on our thoughts on it.
Yeah.
Though the story I heard was Taker got injured and basically said, "I can't go anymore."
The challenger's looking shaken.
No need to panic. Physically, Taker couldn't do it in the ring.
Yeah, see, I don't think that had anything to do with it.
Well, that's just the story I heard shortly afterwards.
Yeah.
However, it's well known the relationship between them is good. No rancor or anything like that came from the dead man. Or the opposite, a good friendship was forged. Although more than friendship is pure respect between the two. They have an extraordinary record. In addition to a great history and arsenal of fabulous movements. I think that was one of the moments.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they had, even before that,
Joe Link with a 2-7-2.
They had some great matches before that. They had there was another Hell in a Cell where Taker versus Brock Lesnar.
You're 50 away, but Life is Great was only 46 away.
Placed in the corner. In full control here. Face full of turnbuckle. Dismantling the arm in the corner.
Okay, yeah, that may be the case too. In TBS, I don't know. Just like I said, the story I heard was Taker got injured in the middle of the match and was like, I can't continue. Yeah. So who knows?
Ooh, merciless looking.
Number 5, he hates the Big Show.
Not a bad place to be in.
Taker and Big Show seem to respect each other today. In fact, Big Show in particular credits Dead Man with guiding him in life and business and WWE style.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know about that one because like he was always a guiding factor for Big Show back in the day. They were part of a faction.
However, they had several problems in the past. Reportedly, just like Big Show's lack of work ethic and fundamentals as a wrestler, as Paul White did not train or eat properly early in his career.
No, yeah, that's
simply trusted physical conditions, and that was a mistake.
Yeah, I still wouldn't think he ever hated Big Show, but maybe disliked his work ethic.
I think this is probably into the same with Shawn, where there's the respect there now.
Yeah.
Number 4, he loves JBL.
This match is getting pushed beyond the normal limits.
JBL and the Phenom are truly good friends in real life, despite starting in several wild fights like that at SummerSlam 2004. Very interesting fight in which The Undertaker was disqualified for hitting JBL with the championship belt. And after the fight, Taker applied a choke slam to JBL.
1-0 for the champion. Oh, look at this, the Fiend rolls him up.
Some way, he is still in this.
As a sign of their friendship, there is the knowledge that The Undertaker was JBL's best man, and he respects him as his father. I don't know about that part. Anything with that,
Yeah.
Number 3, and this is no surprise, I think, hates Vince Russo.
So frightening.
That doesn't surprise me.
So eerie. Welcome get worse to sister.
Plus, him and Vince ended up having a poor relationship, therefore Undertaker would like him even less. Right, so. Ooh, it is 1-1. Wow, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. These guys are really taking it to each other. I can't believe the Fiend is just... I mean, it is supernatural what is going on for the Fiend tonight.
Oh, yeah. Now, number 2, I don't think anybody would be surprised to hear. He loves Kane.
Well, yeah, no. I mean,
obviously, Kane could not be missing from this list. They also formed one of the most lethal. They formed one of the most lethal teams. Glenn Jacobs, without a doubt, one of the Undertaker's most beloved wrestlers, both in and out of the ring. Legendary friendship based on trust, respect, and destruction.
Jesus, he is ragdoll. He's ragdolling the champion right now. What is even going on? These guys are just punishing each other.
That was kind of my point when I said no surprise here. Froggy. Does anyone like Russo, though? Other than Russo?
The challenger's hopes are slipping away.
Well, I'm sure somebody does, but I think he probably has to tie a pork chop around his neck to get the dog to like him.
Breaks the close count.
Wow, another near fall.
Yep. And the number one, he hates John Laurinaitis.
Yeah, I could see that.
Long way up.
For the Lincoln ride.
I think the champ's got it.
And that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the match, and still the Archivers Unified World Television Champion from Team Joe Link, the Phenom, Joe Lincoln. And ladies and gentlemen,
the Team Joe Link.
yeah, congratulations for sure. That was a smoking hot tournament, but a great win over the Fiend, who it looked like he was going to steamroll absolutely everybody, including the champion. The champion put a stopper to it.
And congratulations to Team Blind Locksmith for the success the Fiend had in this tournament. Oh, and actually all night. You know, you can't take anything away from the Fiend on this one.
No, you can't.
Champion, the Phenom, Joe.
All right, well, that is it. That is all for episode number 363 here at the Archivers. We'll see each other tomorrow night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for TWA Wrestle Kingdom. Again, we're back on the road to Fall Brawl. Intense rivalries, hot in-ring action, great conversations with great people. It's what we always do. It's what we're best at. We are the very best in fantasy wrestling excellence, bar none, period. We are the Archivers TV, baby. But I was trying to raid somebody. Why is it not working?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'm going to real quick finish this up. The reason why he hates it was
I
faced Bob Orton.
I don't think she's streaming anymore. Let me check.
It said that during the encounter, Orton had a serious case of hepatitis C. Undertaker found out about it after the match. Obviously, he was outraged and furious, but not with Bob Orton. He was angry with the Vice President of Talent Relations, John Laurinaitis. Laurinaitis apparently knew about Orton's condition beforehand and still gave him the go-ahead to fight. Cowboy was fired. Laurinaitis was incredibly not penalized, causing Undertaker even more rage.
Weird, she's still streaming.
If that story is accurate, then it's very understandable why Undertaker would be pissed at Laurinaitis.
It's telling me to wait a minute. And in the meantime, people are leaving before the invasion. How dare they ban them immediately?
Stick around and right in there, and then you can leave.
Exactly. Never leave before the invasion. It is ghastly.
Alrighty. 465. Yeah, I couldn't have been much further off. I was 991.
Yeah, no, it's still not letting me read. Hey, what the hell's going on here?
Oh, let me see.
See if you can do it from your end. Can you do it as a mod?
I think I can. First off, we'll see if I can do it this way without... I don't know if I can do it that way, but... Let's see, it's... Raid...
I wonder if she has raids turned off.
That could be. And I'm not sure if that's the right command or if it's exclamation.
No, it's backslash.
Is it?
Yeah, backslash
okay.
raid.
Oh. Yeah, it didn't,
Well then, that is ghastly, isn't it?
Yep, that's kind of
How dare they? Well, let's see here. Mystic Mac is streaming some WWE 2K22. There's not really a whole lot of people even streaming.
Yeah.
Alright, there we go. I guess we're going to see Mystic Mac 92. At least we're able to raid them. But again, we'll see each other tomorrow night, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for TWA Wrestle Kingdom. Have a great night. It was a great evening. Great tournament. Congratulations, Joe Link. And again, pay attention to that YouTube Development League. You never know what's going to happen after we go off the air. Have a good night, guys. Thank you.
Ugh.